Hey everyone, welcome to Nintendo Prime. We have a special show for you today with a 2-hour pre-show heading into the Nintendo Direct. That's right, folks. We have a Nintendo Direct today on 6/21/2023. Here's hoping Nintendo makes this a day to remember. Without further ado, let's drop your favorite emojis in the chat and welcome in your host, Nintendo Prime.
Welcome to Nintendo Prime, baby. We are going to be covering a Nintendo Direct today, but before we do, let me go ahead and drop some lo-fi beats in the background because it's just that kind of day. It's just that kind of day, everyone. You guys have seen the rumors. You guys have seen the leaks. You guys have seen all of the speculation. Every YouTube channel under the sun speculating what's going to be in this Direct. Could this be the one that we get Tears of the Kingdom DLC? Could this be the one they drop a Mario game? Could this be the one where we finally get the blowout for Pikmin 4? Well, okay, we already know we're going to get a bunch of Pikmin 4 stuff, but you catch my drift. There's a lot of hopes. There's a lot of dreams. It's Nintendo Direct time. We only get, at least, well, on average, like lately, we've only get like 2 general directs a year, but getting back even into the normal flow of Nintendo, 3 general directs a year, and this is numeral dos. This is a big one, though. A big one for a couple of reasons. One, we don't know what's coming after Pikmin 4. We just straight up don't know. We have no idea what's coming after Pikmin 4. Do you know? I don't know. So that is one reason it's a big deal, because we need the second half of this year detailed. Also, what always makes it exciting is, what did they say, as they usually do? It'll focus primarily on games featured in the second half of the year for Nintendo Switch. Primarily, not exclusively. Meaning teases for games in 2024. That is always really exciting, as well as we probably find out what they want to get us excited about for next year. Maybe it's one big game. Maybe it's more. So there is a lot that could be said, but this is what we got. We got a Direct today, 40 minutes, roughly 40 minutes, so it could be over. Generally, when they go roughly, it's usually either exactly 40 or it's like 2 minutes over. So if we get to 40 minutes and you're like, huh, this is it? Where's the one big surprise? Just wait. Have some patience. Nintendo runs over all the time with this stuff. It just means it's not going to be 45 minutes. It could be 44, but it won't be 45. So anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good day. The Direct does not start for a couple of hours, but I'm going to add in a little countdown timer for you guys, because I know that people like to be able to make that stuff work. Here, let me see. I think I have it set up already. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. That is actually correct. Let me just add in the text. Have a custom timer. We figured this out actually during Prime Gaming Fest, believe it or not. Nintendo Direct starts in. All right. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. And it starts in 1 hour and Let's go 55 minutes. All right, let's hit the start. We're gonna go ahead and move this though, or at least shrink it. Where can we put that? You know, with it being white on white, it's not gonna look good down there. Where's that gonna look good? I don't know. It's not gonna look good anywhere where I put it. I'm the one that chose to wear white today, so blame me. See, if I wasn't wearing white, that would look really good, but I'm wearing white. That's all right. Maybe I take the sweatshirt off later. Maybe put it on top of the TV. Here, you know what? We'll put it on top of the TV, and I'll just change what's on the TV, right? We need something a bit darker on the screen. Not this nature stuff. Nobody came here for nature. How about let's put like that? That'll work. Maybe. What? Little bites? Little bites won't work? There we go. There we go. That's a bit easier to see it now. All right. Anyways, guys, how you doing? You guys having a good morning? The Nintendo Direct begins in 1 hour, 54 minutes roughly. It's time for a new Star Fox's hazardous save. Oh, dude, a new Star Fox would be sick. I also noticed now that, am I a little blown out? No, I'm actually really good. It's hard to tell sometimes with my sunglasses on if I'm being blown out because the sweatshirt looks so bright, but then I take it off and I go, it actually doesn't look that bad. Actually, every time I take my sunglasses off, it looks better, so we're just gonna leave the shades off. If the sweatshirt's a little too bright, let me know. This is literally a brand new sweatshirt, so it's as white as a ghost. Whitey white today. I drove on interstate for first time yesterday, although you're 40. Well, you know, not everyone. Some people avoid the interstate. I understand, you know, traffic reasons. Some people don't like to drive that fast. I'm definitely not one of those people. I love driving fast, but I've definitely been on the interstate several times. I've done a lot of driving, a lot of traveling. I've actually driven around the entire country at one point in my life. Hey Nate, you make one heck of a DJ epic entrance as usual. I could have fun as a DJ, absolutely. I've been known to get people up on the floor dancing, but you know, not with Nintendo music. But I'm wearing white leggings, coloring my hair, big mistake. Yeah, wearing white while coloring your hair or your beard or anything like it's a big no-no. Man, I feel like I've never okay. It has been probably over a year or two since I had a brand new sweatshirt that was white. I literally feel like I'm glowing on camera right now. But then I look down and I realize, no, my white sweatshirt really is just that white. It's just this white. This is just what happens when you have brand new white clothes. They actually look bright white. That's great. The chat opens up at 2. What are we talking about? The chat opening at 2. What is that? You talking about Nintendo's chat? Well, they're live. Here. I gotta double check this is working anyways. Okay, it is. Their live shows 111 minutes ago. So yeah, take that for what it is. Let's see here. The show starts at 3. Well, it's different time zones for everyone. The show for me starts at 9 a.m. The Nintendo Direct begins at 9 a.m. For those on the West Coast, it's 7. For those on the East Coast, it's 10. And then obviously all the other time zones out there. So, yeah. All right. What do you guys want to like just recap all of the rumors and stuff again? We did this last night, or no, 2 nights ago. But there's been more since then. I put a whole bunch of them in my video yesterday if you want to watch that. But we can go ahead and recap all the rumors because there's so many. There's so many. Leaks, rumors. It's all over the place for this Direct. Heck, maybe there's been more since I went to bed. I don't even know. Let me look. This is just a quick glance right away. This isn't everything. Well, Barbie going to Forza Horizon 5 is definitely not a rumor. For us, anyways. Do. How about this one? Sorry, it's kind of funny. Man, I got a lot of DMs while I was sleeping. Cool. Oh, by the way, we do have a podcast tonight at 8 p.m. Central. We have a podcast. That podcast will be featuring Sumbro Nation. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff. It's a Nintendo Direct reaction podcast. So there's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to talk about with the Direct. Andres Restart, unfortunately, won't be there because he's moving today. So he's just not going to be able to make it this week. What's also interesting is next week, we're going to have someone on for the first time. Someone that some of you guys have requested should come on. But never has in the history of the podcast ever. Not the old podcast. Not any episode I've ever done out of like the 300 episodes of the podcast that's ever been done in the history of Nintendo Prime. We have a brand new person coming on. Someone I'm sure almost all of you guys know, too, by the way. So maybe we'll let you know what's up with that. But let me glance at the rumor mill again quick. Make sure there's nothing else crazy going on. Oh. This Pyro person is really potentially putting a lot out there. Although this one might not necessarily be anything, I suppose. Okay. So let's go over some of these rumors as I'm sitting here just reading them. I'm like, man, some of this stuff is interesting. So Pyro _ND over on Twitter. We all know that he had rumors out there for a new 2D Mario to drop today and a SNES remake, potentially Super Mario RPG, according to Papa Genos. Those are rumors that have been circulating for a few days now. But Pyro himself has been going through some interesting stuff, and it's starting to get a little fishy, because you know how we do, guys. I've been asking my audience to dig into this person because I've clearly failed at doing so in the past, and some interesting things are being uncovered a little bit, it looks like. So let's dig into this and have some fun, and just see what's going on, and we can decide for ourselves, right? So we're going to flip over to here, and then I'm just going to, for some reason, I do not have a button to turn my laptop display on, because why would I? Why would I be that smart? So let's just manually do it. All right, so this is the guy we were talking about that had those rumors for the 2D Mario and all that. Good morning. We'll see if I'm legit or not in 3 hours. This person here apparently is claiming that this person used to have a different handle called Pyro Hunter 2, which you get the reference to Samus Hunter, right? And it's an interesting history of deleted tweets on Web Archive from 2022. I can't seem to make any sense of it. I didn't own this account until last September. The exchanging of Twitter accounts is actually not very common. I'm just going to point that out. Anytime you see, I didn't own this account until last September. This account's existed since 2019. The original owner of this account used to post thousands of meaningless Japanese and Chinese tweets, and I deleted them all. It's not like this account had any value. Literally until 3 days ago, the account had like 10 followers. There was no value to this account. There would have been no reason to own this account and delete tweets. I'm just throwing this out there. There's that don't smell right. This account was irrelevant. You could have just made any new Twitter account. Count was irrelevant. There was no reason to want to specifically have this account. You know what I mean? Like, it's very suspicious. But let's look at this. All right, so you got like the same thumbnail and stuff. Pyro Hunter 2. And then there's a bunch of deleted tweets from 2022. Let's look at Web Archive ourselves here. That's very sus. I'm not someone that likes to use sus. And they're all interesting. Interesting. So there's a bunch of deleted tweets in 2022, huh? Interesting. 64 URLs have been captured. Interesting. They do have this tweet that's gone. Seem to know of this thing. A new game by Bandai Namco called Synduality will be announced. So they were teasing things back in August of 22, which you could argue lines up with that year thing. So you can argue that lines up with him saying, I've had this account for a year. And you look through this one, it says, looking through some of the old posts is so weird. They're all sort of jumbled Chinese that don't seem to make any sense. The Pyro account started tweeting in September of 2022. Then why is there an August of 2022? That doesn't line up. So this adds up as well. They've been active as of late August 2021. I knew something was off. So, anyways, we have that, and then we have the excuse from Pyro. So, there's that. Pyro, did everybody 1-2 Pikmin, which some people took to mean there is potentially, Pikmin 1 and 2 going to be in this direct. Then you have the person correcting Marco Maro, who we already know Marco Maro is not a real insider. We've been over this several times in the past. We've covered his stuff for a bit, and then he's even more incorrect than Zippo. Marco Maro also is throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. So we already know Marco Maro's not actually an insider, but going to take advantage of a direct opportunity. This is where people thought maybe Detective Pikachu was being teased. It could also just be a fun GIF. New won't be in the title of Mario. Here's the Yoshi thing. So a lot of suspicious things right now with this account. What I will say is, hey, if 2D Mario gets launched plus a Super Mario RPG thing, and let's say somehow Pikmin 1 and 2 are in this direct, well then, I don't know what you really do with that. So that's just something. Now that's just one of several rumors that have been out there. We have the Chrono Trigger remake crap from Zippo, which again, I don't put a lot of stock behind anything that Zippo does because he hasn't been correct about anything in like 2 years. It's been a while. And now he's got just so much crap floating out there. He's gonna be right eventually. Give you an example. Zippo said, like, I don't know, a year ago that a 2D Mario was coming. Oh look, a 2D Mario could be in this direct. And if a 2D Mario's in this direct, he's gonna be like, oh, see, I told you. And it's like, cool. There's gonna be a 3D Mario in the future from Nintendo. They're working on it right now. So whenever that gets announced, I was right. I'm an insider. Just throw everything at the wall. Anyways, what we do know from leaks wise, right? We had some Mario plus Rabbids DLC information leak out there. So like, we're probably going to see Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC and more information on that. We're probably going to see, unless Atlas is just that incompetent, we're probably going to see Persona 3 Reload today, confirmed for Switch. Wouldn't be, a little bit shocked if we saw Mortal Kombat 1 today. So we'll see. There's a lot of stuff floating out there. All of it could be fake. All of it could be real. We have no idea. Then there's obviously all of our personal desires, right? People who want Tears of the Kingdom DLC. People who want the Chrono Trigger thing. People who wanted, I don't know, Luigi's Mansion. There's a lot of personal desires. Things that are a pretty safe bet is we're gonna get updates on DLC that's already been announced. I can almost guarantee that, right? So Mario Kart, the next wave of Mario Kart DLC should probably be in this direct. Any DLC that they announced earlier this year that's supposed to be coming later should be, getting updates here and maybe even firm release dates. So we know that there's going to be a bunch of DLC updates. Question is, what are the games? What are the new games? And that's just outside of rumors and speculation, still completely up in the air. What happened to the F-Zero, remake that I heard about and many others heard about last year? Don't know. Maybe that's something that gets dropped here. What about, that Donkey Kong game that was rumored a long time ago? What about just anything? A new Kirby, right? We get like a Kirby game almost every year. So where's this year's Kirby? Oh, right. We had Return to Dreamland, right? Well, is that it? Is it just going to be Return to Dreamland, or is there something else? Who knows? There could be a new Paper Mario. There could be, I have no idea. I honestly don't know. That's what's so crazy about this Direct. This Direct is both what some people have called the least hype they've been for a Direct, because their expectations are so low because they think we're at the end of the Switch era. So it's just going to be a bunch of padding until the next system. So some people are like, oh, this isn't going to be a very big Direct because, hey, they're just padding out games until the next system, which is entirely possible. It could be a pretty weak Direct. No, really anything that blows our mind. And then, hey, they're just kind of filling out their slate until they're ready to launch a new system. Then there's other people that go, well, because we know nothing after Pikmin 4, it clearly must be a really, really big Direct with a bunch of big games. I mean, there's even people that I've heard that Nintendo could tease, as an example, a brand new 3D Mario game for 2024, but just never throw the Switch logo at the beginning or end. They just drop a teaser trailer for a new Mario game without the Switch logo attached, leaving us to speculate and wonder, is that a Switch game? Is that a new platform game? Because all they said was 2024. So who knows what's going to happen today? You have the dreamers out there. I'm calling them dreamers because right now, I think we've heard speculation around this for every Direct for like the last 3 years. Metroid Prime 4. We got the Metroid Prime 4 dreamers out there saying, hey, we're getting the tease today. We're finally going to see Metroid Prime 4 today. I'm calling them dreamers because I've been hearing that for every Direct now for 2 years. This is the Direct we see Metroid Prime 4. Well, we got Metroid Dread. This is the Direct that we see Metroid. We got Metroid Prime Remaster. Is this the Direct that we see Metroid Prime 4? Maybe. Who knows? Let's get to the chat here and see what you guys are thinking. What are you guys expecting today? What are you guys expecting today as we got about an hour and a half to go? How are we feeling? Let's get a temperature in the room. And sorry if I'm being a little quieter. We have some friends staying with us at the moment, and a couple of their children are asleep in the room behind me. So try not to go too crazy. But maybe those kiddos will be awake by the time the Direct starts, and then I can just go nuts and freak out the whole house, and they'll be like, what is he doing down there? Is he partying? I mean, if there's good announcements, absolutely. I saw your video about how you got really sick. I'm glad you're better, man. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but we're good enough. We're to the point that I wouldn't even tell people that I'm sick, So I'm fine. Yeah, it was pretty bad over the weekend. It got really bad late Saturday, and then all day Sunday. It was bad. My fever actually did a danger spike of 106, which used to happen when I was younger and would cause me to have seizures because obviously 106 can kill brain cells and just kill you in general. But it was a spike, not we're staying there. I didn't even know I could still danger spike to 106. I haven't seen anything like that since I was a kid. So it was not good. But I'm all right. Yeah. You don't mess around you don't mess around at like 103, 104 as an adult, let alone 106. But it only was up there for like maybe a minute. Not like I really was keeping track, because it once it peaked, it started coming down, and then it just kind of sat at like 102. And then I just dealt with that with medicine but it was not good. It was there was that combined with just other yucky stuff. Lots of time in the bathroom and lots of pain, and it's whatever. We're all good now. So, got Nintendo Direct, baby. Nothing to perk you up after a rough week. The Nintendo Direct. What for some sort of new Mario RPG title? Whether an actual Mario RPG, Thousand Year Door remake, or something else entirely. I just want the RPG Mario title. Yeah, 106 point. I mean, dude, you get up there, you could die. Like, that's just straight up. Like, if that doesn't rapidly go down, you're gonna die. Like, it's spiking that high is not that's not an okay thing. Now, it's one thing we tell people, I have a fever, it's like 100, 101. 100, no, that can kill you. What's up, Mr. Flick04? He says, earlier in the year, it was mentioned Nintendo's second half of the year will be remasters and ports. How many GameCube ports do you think will be announced? Yeah, there was reports. There was also a report from Christopher Dring who said Nintendo was going to have basically nothing. So I don't know what reports we're supposed to believe. I would say, look, there's going to be. Let me put it this way: if they're going to launch a new platform in the first half of 2024, then I would venture to bet we might get, maybe even 3 in this direct, right? But it's all about how Nintendo is positioning things, because we all know Nintendo is working towards a transition. When they're planning to transition is something only Nintendo knows, but we do know that they're working towards it. So the question is, when do they plan to do it? Now, if they don't plan to do it till holiday 2024, then conceivably you might only see maybe 1 GameCube remaster in here, maybe 2 if it's a third-party one, and then they throw in, some actual brand new games to sort of fill out the slate. So it's a big question: is when does Nintendo plan to launch? Because if it's going to be sooner rather than later, then I feel like they could fill out the slate with more remasters. If it's going to be later than sooner, then I feel like there'll be a little bit less remasters announced now and more new games, because they would still be over a year from the new platform coming out. So, they're still going to hopefully have some new games. So we'll kind of wait and see what happens with that. But thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Let's see if the air horn's working. Okay, it works. It's working. Nintendo Prime, as much as I would love Tears of the Kingdom DLC, I don't think it'll come until a September Direct after that July thing. Hopefully Switch 2 is announced. Well, I need to watch Jeff Grubb's episode he did yesterday. I don't know if he's still saying a July thing is happening. He did a thing last night, Last of the Nintendogs. I need to go watch that and see if he said anything about that July stuff he heard, like if he heard it's still happening, whatever it is. I know some people think the July thing, if it is happening, could be, like a Switch 2 announcement, which would just be insane. But we'll see what happens. We got another super chat coming in from Roaming Raymond. What's a random game you would want Nintendo to release? I dream of Zelda fighting game like Soul Calibur. YouTuber Zeltic made a video on it. Or Wario World, or Super Princess Peach sequels and remakes. A random game I would want to see Nintendo release. A new Star Tropics game. Or get everyone organized and get me a new Snowboard Kids. We need a new Snowboard Kids. I'm just straight up. We need a new Snowboard Kids. So those are pretty random. A new Wario Land game would be really cool. I really enjoyed the Wario Land series, and we just haven't really seen that. Well, I mean, what's it been, decades at this point? It's been a long time. WarioWare is great and kooky, but where's my Wario Land, baby? Excite Bike. Some people go with Excite Bike. Yeah, I don't know if a modern day Excite Bike would be that great. Excite Bike is still great on the Nintendo Entertainment System, but it's great because of how limited the system is. With modern stuff today, it's just, I don't know. To me, Excite Bike, for it to be good, would have to be a game that just doesn't feel like Excite Bike anymore, which is fine. But unless they do like, what if they did an Excite Bike? Oh, here's a way they could bring Excite Bike back. What if they did an Excite Bike 99? Let that sink in for a moment. An Excite Bike 99. You know, the Pac-Mans and the Tetris and the Mario. That would be kind of cool. Wave Race. What about bringing Wave Race back? Yeah, we could talk all day about old IPs coming back, but let's see here. Nintendo partnership with Steam would be amazing. Yeah, so there you go. You want to throw something really random out there. Nintendo's now going to partner with Steam and bring all their first-party games to PC. There you go. If you want to get into a really big surprise out there notion, Nintendo actually supporting PC. Wave Race 99. 1080, yeah. We've had some snowboarding games. There was that one from Ubisoft that never came out that was announced for Switch ages ago. Final Fantasy Tactics, yeah. I've always wanted Nintendo to make a new IP specifically to fill a hole that Microsoft buyout of Banjo-Kazooie left. I mean, here's the thing. When you say, "Oh, they need to have something to fill the hole," yeah, it's called Mario. 3D Mario games. They weren't gonna make a new IP to do what 3D Mario already does, right? First, we say that. How many side scrollers do they have? How many side scrolling platformers? I mean, should we count? Let's just look at ones that have actually released within the last 2 generations of systems. So like Wii U, Wii, 3DS. Like 3DS is a little whatever. The point is Kirby, right? Mario, Donkey Kong. I'm trying to remember all those side scrollers. Come on, chat, get my back. How many other side scroller platformers has Nintendo released? You could argue Metroid Dread. Obviously more of a Metroidvania, but it's a side-scrolling platformer. Yoshi, that's a good one. Yep, Yoshi. I mean, we already made my point is that Nintendo's got tons of side-scrolling platformers, so then why couldn't they have more 3D platformers? And it's fair. It's fair. I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Kid Icarus? I mean, Kid Icarus Uprising, I wouldn't necessarily call it a platformer per se, a side-scroller platformer. It's a little bit of a different kind of game, though. Well, sure, the old one, but we're talking about the last couple of generations, not going back that far. Anyways, the point is like Nintendo has a bunch of side-scrolling platformers, so then why wouldn't they have more 3D platformers? Then you go, well, now Kirby has a 3D platform. Yes, Kirby actually now has a 3D platformer in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So it would have been interesting to see if Nintendo would do a new 3D platformer with a new style. I always thought it would have been interesting, and this didn't happen and probably won't, but if Nintendo would have swept up Playtonic. They're not, by the way. As far as we're aware, Nintendo has no interest in buying any new studios at the moment. But that would have been one I would have thought was interesting, because then that could have made Yooka-Laylee first party, and now you get the QA teams and the budget of Nintendo behind that for a full-on 3D sequel that could end up being like the Banjo-Kazooie replacement with a proper budget. So that would have been a really neat buy if Nintendo would have did that, but it didn't happen, obviously. And obviously Yooka-Laylee, technically its sequel was a side scroller, which was really, really good. So But Nintendo doesn't have an interest as far as where we're at sweeping up any more studios right now. It's just Microsoft at the moment. Shouldn't say that. There's rumors that Sony's been talking to some studios too, but I think they're waiting to see what happens with Activision Blizzard. Tony Hawk's Skateboard would be fun to have on Switch. Didn't we get? I don't remember. I'm not a big Tony Hawk guy, so let me Google this for myself. Thought we got Tony Hawk on Switch, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. We got that on Switch. Yeah. Isn't that the most recent release? Like, I'm pretty sure we have that on. I was like, I remember that being announced for Switch, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure. Just because I don't play them. Like, I was pretty sure those were on Switch already. Yeah, it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 when they did like the remaster remake things. Like, they're not like the old games, like they're the remastered remade ones that everyone was praising. They got a lot of love. Fine Rest 98 says, do you think Nintendo will release upgraded versions? By the way, I'm reading the chat down here. It's weird. I got the chat in like two places, but it's whatever. So I'm actually reading it on my laptop. For those that don't know why I'm always looking down, I just don't have the camera zoomed out enough for you to see it. Anyways, Nintendo will release upgraded versions of first-party games for the next console, or just leave them be and allow backwards compat for their Switch 1 versions or both. You know, that's been a debate for a while. We know what Sony did. Sony's really weird about it. They basically lied and then reneged and then lied again and reneged. The consumer-friendly way to say it is full backwards compatibility with free upgrades, which is basically what Sony promised. And then they brought out games and said, "Oh yeah, except we're gonna charge you if you want, charge you extra if you buy the PS4 version, play it on PS5. We're gonna charge you extra to get the upgrade pack." Oh wait, what? We originally told you we weren't gonna do that. Oh, what? Oh, there's backlash. People are getting pissed. Fine, I guess we'll give that to you for free this one time. Like, there is no right or wrong way to go about it. It's just, what does Nintendo think the market will do? Consumer friendly wise, obviously it's always full backwards compatibility, free upgrades. Business wise, it would be almost better to have no backwards compatibility, release deluxe versions of games, resell them again, make a lot of money. So I don't know. Nintendo could go full backwards compatibility, then also have deluxe versions of games. Nintendo could also do full backwards compatibility, charge for upgrades, full backwards compatibility, never upgrade the games. So there's a lot of different routes Nintendo could go with it. We just don't know what they're going to do because Nintendo hasn't been in this position for a while. Like, if we think about backwards compatible systems, it's usually the handhelds, and we weren't talking about this with handhelds. We weren't talking on 3DS how DS games could be enhanced. Like, that wasn't even a conversation. On DS, we weren't talking about how GBA games can be advanced. On GBA, we weren't talking about how Game Boy Color games could, be upgraded. So Nintendo's never been in this situation with potential backwards compatibility where they've had to worry about people expecting games to look and play and feel better. So I don't really know how Nintendo approaches this, assuming they do backwards compatibility, which I think is almost a given. I'm pretty sure if this next system comes in the form, of a Switch, I'm like really sure that there'll be backwards compatibility. But Nintendo's just never been in that situation where they were expected to have these games be better. So it'll be a very interesting situation to see how they handle. Sony's been through this multiple generations. And this was the first generation where they promised free upgrades instead of just backwards compatibility plus deluxe versions of games. That's what Sony did like between PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Sure, you can play your PlayStation 3 games, but... Well, actually, they didn't do that. Sorry, not PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3. Sorry, keep forgetting PlayStation 3's architecture was so messed up. There wasn't backwards compatibility. Yeah, Sony, you went with the right hardware choice. Really expensive hardware that nobody supported. By the way, they had full third-party support. I'm just talking about like it being such an out there type of hardware. It even made like backwards compatibility impossible with PlayStation 4. So yeah, that hardware choice of PS3 was rough. But PS2 going to PS3, PS4 going to PS5, PS1 going to PS2. Like we've got a history here with Sony. Nintendo, we don't know what they're gonna do. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely uncharted territory. For Nintendo specifically, we don't know because it is uncharted for them. They've never been in that situation where consumers expect the games to be better, even just straight up backwards compatible games. Like they just want them to run better. Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet, people just expect backwards compatibility, and then when you play it on the new system, it's going to run better. At least that's what they hope. That's what they think. That's what they expect. But will it? Nintendo's never been in that situation where that's the expectation. Oh, you play The Witcher 3 backwards compatible on the new system, people just expect it to run better and look better. Will it? Like, does Tears of the Kingdom hit full 1080p? That'll just be expected. But will it? Never been in that situation. So it'll be interesting to see how Nintendo handles that. But that's probably a 2024 problem. Probably a 2024 problem. We'll see. If you want to still hold out for Team 2023, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. I got that hopium. For 2023 deep in my veins that I probably won't give up until we get to September, and still nothing's been announced for a new system. But I'm always a hopium guy. So I'm always hoping for the crazy stuff. But most people, I think, are probably Team 2024 at this point. But I'm gonna keep the hopium alive until we get past September, and then I'll be like, all right, I admit defeat. Team 2024. Yeah, Nintendo Direct starts in 1 hour 18-ish minutes, 1 hour 17 minutes. You guys can see the countdown timer right here. Got it above my noggin over here to your guys' right, my left. Might run better for Witcher 3, but look better is impossible because the texture won't be changed. But Charles Trudell, you're forgetting they gave us some of the PC settings. Now those PC settings aren't gonna give us upgraded textures, but we can do certain things with those settings that can make the game look better in a way that just doesn't really work on Switch because it tanks the performance too much. I think you forgot they gave us some of that PC customizing that we can actually make the frame rate a little better ourselves, but also make the game look worse. You forget they released that update. I know because I messed around with it. So we could still technically get a better looking game without better textures, just because we can do a little bit more with those settings. That being said, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, but we'll see. Obviously, texture packs are what a lot of the games need. But plus, just running better. When we say that, people think frame rate. How about the fact that Witcher 3 runs with a dynamic resolution? Any game with a dynamic resolution, in theory, would already just look better on the new system because should just run at its max resolution the whole time. Should. Yeah. CD Projekt did a thing. Yeah, they did that after launch. They were like, oh, well, let's give people some of these PC settings because they had them already on the back end of the game apparently. So, but yeah, it's not like we're gonna get better textures. That's not gonna happen. Not without them releasing a patch, anyways. They could release a patch that gives us 1080p textures or something. But, let's see here. I think the next Switch will be a Switch 1.5, like a 3DS became 3DS XL. 3DS. We have our 3DS XL. Have you heard of the Switch OLED? What are we? Let me finish reading this comment for context. I'm not sure I'm understanding. I think the next Switch will be a Switch 1.5, like a 3DS became 3DS XL. Why mess up a good formula? Speed it up, bring its specs up to date, but otherwise the same. Pure speculation, of course. Upgraded specs would make it a Switch 2 at this point. I mean, you could go Switch Pro, which would be more akin to, let's see. You go Switch Pro would have been, people were comparing Switch Pro to like a new 3DS, which had upgraded specs. Like a new 3DX had upgraded specs. But I think the boat has sailed on that, hasn't it? Like that should have been like what Switch OLED was. Like that I feel like the boat has sailed on Switch Pro. We're too deep in now. Like we're so close to being like, I understand like why mess up a good thing. You don't. You release a Switch 2. You keep supporting the Switch for at least a year into the Switch 2's lifespan. You make a lot of the games cross-gen. You do a Sony. The PlayStation 4 was still killing it when PS5 came out. You're right. You don't mess up a good thing. You find a way to continue it into the next generation. That is something that Nintendo has failed at. If we could talk about anything Nintendo's failed at in the history of the company, maintaining success system to system to system. Nintendo has done a very bad job of that. And that is something Sony in particular has done an excellent job of. So, you don't have to lose the good thing. Every new system should be a continuation of a good thing because you should transition in a way that keeps the good times rolling. Unfortunately, Nintendo's never done that really. Not in a meaningful way. Not truly. And this is true across the board, even handheld wise, which yes, the handhelds are working on much bigger numbers than the home consoles were. But we went through this the other day, how like even the handhelds, as successful as they've been, have not maintained success generation to generation. There's been wild leaps. Going from Game Boy to Game Boy Advance is a 40 million overall sales drop. That is not great. It's not great. Now, it's not as big of a gap as going from PS2 to PS3. I mean, what was that? Like 60, 70 million gap? Like, dude, PS2 did some, damn. That's a drop off, right? But then they jump back with, DS 150 something. But then here's your 75 million drop off going to 3DS. So like Nintendo hasn't had the same consistency. PlayStation had that issue one generation going from PS2 to PS3, but PS1 to PS2 that showed growth. Then they dropped off. Now PS4 looked really strong. PS5's looking really strong. So yeah, they've only had one home console not sell 100 million units. Nintendo's only had two home consoles ever sell 100 million units. Now they've had four systems total, counting Game Boy. But I don't know. This is one of those things that I think there's a right way to do it. I think they need to take some notes from Sony. They don't need to copy everything. But at least look at Sony's business strategy in transitioning. There is something to be said in that business strategy. And Nintendo, I think, can do it while releasing even more games than Sony does, because Nintendo already released more games than Sony does. And I don't think that's going to stop. As long as they keep the hybrid nature, everyone on their team's making games for a single system, I think, the game output is going to continue to be insane. I don't know why, but I think we'll get Nintendo DS, 3DS, and Wii, like on NSO. You think we're going to get those added to the NSO? Usually NSO big updates like that are announced in September, usually, but I mean, they can announce it whenever. I just don't think they're going to announce anything new this year, NSO wise. After they added like GBA and stuff, I just kind of felt like that was going to be it until maybe 2024. Even then, you know, we're getting to the point where, you know, Nintendo has to be willing to say, hey, we'll put GameCube on NSO. And I just, even though GameCube is 20 years old, like almost, and is technically classic at this point, I just don't know if Nintendo's willing to do that yet. But who knows? Nintendo's going to Nintendo. Will you be playing Final Fantasy 16? The game seems like it will put the franchise back on the map. And so far, Famitsu gave it a 39 out of 40. So I played the demo. Let's see, I got my PS5 out there. I played the demo. I will say I wasn't that impressed with the demo. I hoped I would have been. But this could, again, just be my Tears of the Kingdom Zelda bias coming out. I felt like 70% of my demo playthrough was uncontrollable cutscenes. Just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene and very little gameplay. Now, over the course of a full Final Fantasy game, there's always a lot of cutscenes. But I wanted to be sold on gameplay with the demo. And I didn't really feel like I played much. I felt like I was along the ride for a movie with some small gameplay segments. Now, the gameplay I did play was pretty solid. Nothing that blew my mind. It's just, it's more Final Fantasy, right? It just felt, it felt like Final Fantasy. Not a bad thing. That's like saying, oh, when I played Zelda, it felt like Zelda. Yeah, like it's not a bad thing. It just wasn't like, I wasn't blown away. Let me put it that way. So I don't know if I'm going to buy it at launch, is basically what I'm saying. But when it gets its first discount, you know, because I always get, what is it, like a month, 2 months later, it's like half off. Yeah, I might pick it up then. You know, Final Fantasy is going to be a massive seller. I'm not doubting that. I'm not knocking the game. To be clear, I am not knocking the game. I'm not insulting Final Fantasy 16 just because I personally wasn't that impressed by the demo. It just felt like more Final Fantasy 16, and I felt like most of the demo was cutscenes. And that's okay, because that's what Final Fantasy fans seem to want. And that's fine. Like, people can want things that I don't. It's not a big deal. You know, Brian C said to me after playing the demo, it's graphically... By the way, thank you, Raven Tenchi. I did show it on screen. I appreciate the $1. To me, after playing the demo, it is graphically impressive, but the game doesn't feel like anything new and better than other stuff. I mean, that was my impression. Like, it felt like another Final Fantasy game. I played Final Fantasy 15. Before that, the last one I had played was Final Fantasy 12, and I actually liked 12 a lot. It just felt like more Final Fantasy. It didn't. There's nothing wrong with it being more Final Fantasy. I mean, come on, this is number 16. How many other? I mean, we're getting to the point. There's almost as many Final Fantasies as there are Zeldas. In fact, there probably is when you count all the spin-offs and everything. Probably more. So, like, yeah, it just feels like Final Fantasy. I don't know what I really want it to feel like at this point. Maybe I've just grown tired of the way Final Fantasy handles things. Now, yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is not a great Final Fantasy game to play with a taste in my mouth because, I mean, let's just be honest, it really wasn't a great. It's probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest, Final Fantasy game. I mean, I don't even think that's controversial to say. I think most Final Fantasy fans will admit that 15 was one of the weakest, if not the weakest entry in the series. And this one is a return to form in terms of the setting and everything, and hopefully with the story. But I don't know. It just felt like more Final Fantasy. Like, let's put it this way: I had more fun, and this is unfair, with Final Fantasy VII Remake. And by the way, not nostalgia based. Never played Final Fantasy VII in my life until Final Fantasy VII Remake, which apparently isn't even really a remake. So I don't have nostalgia glasses on for Final Fantasy VII. I still felt like my time playing Final Fantasy VII Remake was better than the Final Fantasy XVI demo. But it's not fair, because I'm comparing a game I own and have fully and have put many, many hours into versus a short demo, right? That's why I said it's not really a fair comparison. I'm comparing a demo to a full game. Like, it's just them. Like, you can't, totally not fair. And I have no doubt 16 will be better than 15. 15 was a bad place to be. 15 was just a bad place to be. So I have no doubt 16 will be better. But if you guys absolutely loved the Final Fantasy 16 demo, that's awesome. To me, I just wasn't impressed. It was just more Final Fantasy. It just, nothing about it screamed to me, you need to buy it this day one. This is, it's a return to form. But maybe I'm not looking for a return to form in long-running series anymore, It's kind of like people that were impressed with the new Assassin's Creed, which I know I'm going to buy. Just like I know I'm going to buy Final Fantasy 16. I'm just not buying it at launch. And I might not buy the new Assassin's Creed at launch either. But people all excited, oh, it's a return to form. And I'm like, I didn't really feel like Assassin's Creed needed to return to its roots. I feel like Assassin's Creed needed to try to reinvent itself. And going back to your roots isn't reinvention, And I think this is the Breath of the Wild effect. I've talked about this before. Breath of the Wild changed my view on gaming forever. And it somehow made other games less enjoyable. And it did it because they reinvented something I loved that I didn't even think needed to be reinvented in the first place. And it made me start to look at all these other franchises that have gotten a little duller for me over the years, that I've enjoyed a little bit less than I used to, like Assassin's Creed or Final Fantasy. And made me go, maybe that's what those IPs need to do. And none of those IPs are doing that. So it's all in my head. Is basically what I'm saying. Final Fantasy 16 could be could be the GOATY. I have no idea, but it's. I just felt like I was doing more of the same. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean. Maybe it's wrong of me to assume that like it just felt like when I played the demo that I was just doing more of the same. Just prettier. But people are gonna love it, man. It's gonna sell bonkers. I don't know if it'll sell Tears of the Kingdom, but it's gonna sell very well. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Part 2. Like that Renegade or whatever it's being called. That's supposed to come out next year, right? I think it comes out next year, or is it later this year? I don't know. I am looking forward to that because again, as I said, I really really enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII remake. So like, yeah, I'm going to play the next part. Clearly, I really enjoyed it. Like it was maybe the most fun I've had with Final Fantasy in a hell of a long time, and I have no nostalgia for 7 at all. So really looking forward to that. And again, that's sort of just more Final Fantasy 2. But I don't know what it is. Something about that, and this could just be the excellence in design of 7 overall that people have been praising forever, but something about it just works for me in a way that the demo didn't click. But again, I also don't believe in judging a book by its cover. There's nothing I thought fundamentally wrong with the Final Fantasy 16 demo. I don't know. That's our little spiel on Final Fantasy. We got a direct in an hour. Let's see here. You're the best, says Game Over Jesse. Am I? Am I, though? I don't know if I'm the best. I do know I'm drinking a cherry Coke for my morning caffeine kick. 0-calorie cola and other natural flavors. It's got 2% of my daily potassium. See, look, guys, I'm having like a banana this morning. 2% of my daily potassium. That's why we drink soda. Got to get my daily potassium intake. I would buy Rebirth if I had a PS5. Do they go on sale by the end of the year? Does what go on sale by the end of the year? Rebirth or PS5? I mean, PS5's already on sale. Yeah, this is just Cherry Coke Zero. It's Cherry Coke Zero. I pretty much drink exclusively diet or zero sodas. I don't really go. People go, well, diet soda is bad for you. I get it, guys. There are negatives to soda in general, whether regular or diet. So some people go, if there's going to be negatives, why not just drink the regular? Well, regular has a lot of sugar. And while they replace it with artificial sweeteners, which again, a lot of studies on it that it's also negative. What artificial sweeteners don't do is they don't increase my blood pressure. I had this actually tested at the doctor. And they don't make my weight blow up. If I switch to drinking regular sodas, it's like an instant throw 20, 40 pounds on me. It's crazy, the difference. So like, yeah, it's still not good for me, but the weight is the biggest thing at the moment for me. And everything else in me somehow seems to be healthy. I don't understand. I don't understand human anatomy, man. I don't know how like people can ingest all these things that are bad for you, and then you go in for a checkup and they do a full body scan and they check your blood work and they go through all this stuff and they're like, dude, you're fine. You might not stay fine, but you're fine. Your level, everything's good. What? It just goes to show everyone's different, right? The human body is different for everyone. Yeah, genetics. I mean, that's what it is, because everyone's genetics is different. You know, everyone can handle different things. You know, there are people that can eat whatever they want, whenever they want it. They call it the seafood and eat it diet, right? Like they just see whatever they want, eat whatever they want, never gain weight. But then they might have other health complications. But they might not think they'll ever have those because they're skinny the whole time, right? So like, then you have people like me that can't do the seafood and eat it diet, or you blow up into a blimp that's like this large. But then I don't have the same health complication. I have a different health complication. So like, it's so weird. It's so weird the way genetics works and how vastly different all of us are. That's why a lot of people are really bashing the BMI scale these days too, the body mass index, because one, it was created a long time ago, and two, it was well before we had the information we had today to realize that, like, yeah, you could be like according to the BMI, the body mass index, I should be anywhere from 145 to 160 according to BMI. Yet when I was 170, and I'm not right now, I'm trying to get back down to there, I still had a six-pack and was skinny as shit. So should I... But according to BMI, I was starting to approach being obese. Now, I'm obese right now. I can admit that, but I was approaching being obese while being skinny. That doesn't really make any sense, right? Like, I couldn't register that in my brain. Like, it just made no sense to me. So everyone's different. Now, yeah, I am obese right now. Full, like, I'm not even pretending. I know. And some people might look at me and camera, oh, you're not obese. You're right. I hold my weight well. My body holds my weight well. It doesn't mean I'm not obese. I am. The side view. See? Here's my chest. Like, no fat right here, right in the middle of my sternum. So here's me. And then here's, like, where my belly's at. Like, yeah, I'm obese. I'm fat. I know it. But it's significantly more than when BMI said I began being obese. But we're on our way down. We're on our way down. Let's keep knocking on wood. We're heading in the right direction. Even being sick and not being able to work out, hurting my back, we're on our way down. Let's keep it up. I want to get back. I want to get back into ring fit, man. That's just because I've been. I want to get back in the ring fit. It's great. It's a great start to your day. I like to start the day with a little ring fit. You're not fat. You're fluffy. That's all right. I do. Don't bother me, man. That's why when people like come up and be like, "Oh yeah, what's up, fatso?" I'm like, really? Like, what are we still in elementary school? Like, come on. It's not like we don't know. Ring Fit Adventure streams. No thanks. I'm not comfortable doing workout streams. I know some people will be like, oh, it could be good motivation. Yeah. I've done a couple workout streams in the past and you might go, oh, that's good motivation. It actually is kind of demotivating. Because you get a lot of passerbys that are there just to make fun of you and put you down. It's not like when you go to the gym. When you go to the gym, you will get, at least I get, some side looks, right? You walk in and you get these judgmental eyes on you because you're overweight. And they think you're just here because you think you're just here because you think you should be here, but you're never going to lose the weight. But what happens at a gym is quite interesting. Because while you're going to get those side looks right away, as soon as you start working out and you start putting in the work, and then you start showing up every day or every other day or however long, consistently, those side looks of, man, what a fatso, what's he doing here? He shouldn't be here, turns into, holy shit, I'm proud of this motherfucker. Because they see it every day. They see the work. They see, oh, he's not here just going through the motions. He's legitimately on that treadmill jogging for 2 hours. He's legitimately in that weight room for another extra hour after that doing upper body, lower body, and not just pussying out and doing just the bar or something. He's putting weights on that thing and putting reps in. Sweating, working hard, just like everybody else. Except for that person, it's significantly harder than it is for some of the other people. And that just makes people at the gym cheer for you and appreciate that you're hitting the gym that hard. And so there actually can be a positive feeling from going to the gym, even though the initial walk in, you get a lot of disgusted looks that quickly turn around. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen on live streams. It's a lot of passerbys there to just make fun of you. And I'm not one of those people, like some are, like if you call them fat, it motivates them. So they're not called fat anymore. No. It just demotivates me. I know what I am. I don't like being constantly berated with it. It just makes me not want to do anything about it. So that's a personal thing. So that's why I don't do workout streams. Too scared to go to the gym because of that judgment. So I work out at home. Lost 24 pounds. Hey, there you go. That's a healthy weight loss, Ice Dragon. Me, I lost like 20 pounds in the last week, but I was sick. I was sick and puking, and it's not a healthy way to lose weight. I mean, everyone loses weight when they're sick, like that sick, pukey sick and stuff, but I'm keeping it off. That's the big thing. It's not like, oh, I lost all that weight and now, no. I've successfully kept it off since getting better. But that's because I was already losing weight. So like if I'm already consuming less calories than my body needs, it wasn't going to put that weight back on. Right? So like if I'm already calories in, calories out before I got sick, then I got sick, lost a bunch of weight quite rapidly. Well, the weight's not going to come back on when I go back to eating because I'm still not going to like suddenly overeat or something. So I'm good. Yeah, the gym culture is actually quite positive. The side looks are maybe 1%, which means nothing in the end. I'm gonna say this, T Firmbag, it's not just 1%. Now maybe in a city it's 1%. I don't live in a city. Well, I mean they call it a city, but it's really not. It's like 14,000 people here. But if I go to the YMCA, like the staff won't look at you sideways, but the moment you walk into the cardio room, there'll be like 5 other people in there, and they'll all give you the side look. Walk into the weight room, there'll be like, a half dozen people in there. They'll all give you the side look. It is like, it just, everyone does it. But as someone who's done it and then actually worked out right after seeing those side looks, they all just stop. And that's what's kind of cool. Gym life, from my experience, and I've been in gyms in cities, I've been in gyms all over the place, is really supportive. Like way more supportive than I think people realize. Like getting the side looks never feels good, but how quickly those side looks evaporate and then a gym life turns into a gym support system. You'll have people coming up to you, when you're done with your workout. They won't interrupt the workout you're doing typically, unless you're doing something wrong. Like if you're in the weight room doing something wrong that can injure you, you'll have someone come over. Hey, let's help you do this right. Like let's get you the gains you want. Let's not injure your back or blow out your shoulder or something. And that's a credit to them being like, hey, we're not going to let this person injure themselves. But it's interesting how supportive the gym life really can be, and very motivating and making you want to come back. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how it can be, because they're all there like, hey, we're not here to tell you how to live. Like they're not there to tell you how to live your life. They're not here to tell you how to diet unless you want that. If you ask that for that help. But like they'll be like, hey, you're here to work out. Let's maximize your workout. You're here to lose weight. Cool. Let's help you maximize your weight loss. Like let's support. It's really cool. Like, hey, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be this. But you want to lose weight? We'll support that. Like they know the gym isn't just for people who are gym buffs, right? It's actually quite nice. The only reason I don't have a gym membership right now, I can't do most of the workouts at the gym at the moment that I want to do. That's pretty much it. Like I don't really have a use for most of the equipment at the moment. So it's just due to my feet and my knee and the injuries I'm dealing with. So it just doesn't make sense for me at the moment, but I do workouts at home. Absolutely. So we're doing good. Keep it going. My goal is I have a cruise next June. I'm not going to be at my ideal weight by then, but my goal is to be under 200 by then. I think it's doable. I think it's doable. I'm at 271 at the moment. I think I can do it. I think I can get that 71 off by June of next year. Or 80 off, whatever, I think I can pull that off. I think I can get under 200 by then. So even just dieting, I think I'm gonna say dieting, just calories in, calories out, right? Less calories intake than your body needs every day. That's how you lose weight. That's the number one way to lose weight. Just exercise adds, other stuff on top and lets you eat more. But calories in, calories out. I know I can do it. I know I can get under 200 by my cruise. So. Yep. It's better to try. And it's better to try and fail than not try at all. And it's better even if you failed many times to get back up and try again. It's like people told me when I started my recent calorie in, calorie out, my recent cutback in food and change in diet. A lot of people tell me, oh, you can't do it. Look how many other times you dieted and failed. Look at this, look at that. And I just look at them and go, what are you doing right now? So what you're telling me is because I have tried to lose weight in the past have lost weight but never got to where I wanted to be, failed, and put the weight back on. What you're telling me is that I should just stop trying altogether. Who does that? Losing weight, putting it back on. Losing weight, putting it back on is still better than just never losing weight and just always putting weight on. Next thing you know, I'm as big as Boogie 2988. Like, it's always better, even if it fluctuates, lose weight, put it back on, lose weight, it's always better to do that than to never lose. Like, it's I don't understand the people that do that. You know, the like, oh, discourage you because of the past. Like, no, stop. You know? They show everybody hate 1-2 horse thing. Now, they showed that yesterday in Japan. Everybody's 1-2 switch. Would like to see a Nintendo AAA weight loss game with the quality of a Zelda game. No. I don't think it'd be fun. I don't think there's a way you could do it that would be fun. Here's the thing. Like, when you say quality of a Zelda game, well, what makes that fun is that you get to relax while you play. If you can't relax while you play, then it's probably going to be too much. Ring Fit Adventure is a great game for working out. It really is. It's a great cardio workout, but even more than that, the cardio isn't really what gets me in the game. Like, all the running and jogging and stuff like that. Like, that's not really what gets me. Although it gets exhausting if you've been doing it for like an hour. Yeah, it gets pretty exhausting. But it's just like the core exercises, the squats and all that stuff. Like, yeah, that gets me, man. But I do it. So. But yeah, I'll eventually get back to the gym just because I wanna do some weights and I just don't have. I have some resistance bands, but I don't have like a full weight set here. So I'll eventually go back to the gym. Probably in the winter. Winter time's usually when I have a gym membership because it's too damn cold out, man. We have negative 20-degree weather here in the winter. You did a 3-min 30-second plank yesterday. Nice, man. Yeah, I showed my kids how to do planks yesterday. Planks is so hard for me right now too because not because of how fat I am, but because I had a what was it? Oh gosh. What do they call it? I had surgery for it. Where a hole like in your abdomen opens up and your guts spill out, and then they put it back in, and then they put a mesh over it. Hernia, yeah, hernia. So I had a hernia, and they patched that and fixed it. But what came out with my guts was this hard fat that protects your organs, and they never removed that hard fat. So I got like this extra ball right here, and this extra ball that shouldn't be there because they should have removed it in surgery. This was like 2.5 years ago. They should have removed it in surgery. They didn't. So God sucks. So when I'm doing planks, often that hits the ground and it pisses me off. Yeah, when I lose the weight, the thing is, it doesn't shrink. I was really close to getting under 200 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was very close to getting under 200. I was literally right on the cusp. I was like 207. I was doing so good. But that hernia thing, the fat they didn't remove, didn't shrink at all. And it looked weird. So my stomach was going from being like this to suddenly being more like this. And then like what it looked like I had an abnormality. So my stomach's still a little round, and then all of a sudden you've got that just sticking out. Like, that's not supposed to be there. That should have got removed in surgery. But it didn't get removed. And my parents in particular are pissed about it because, look, dude, I was drugged up and doped up and shit. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, I'm pretty pissed about it. And my doctor that I saw recently even said that he thinks it's fucking bullshit. That the surgeon had the option. It was an option. They could have took it out because it was caused by the hernia. It's not, I didn't put that there. The hernia did. But because it was an option, he thinks it's bullshit. The surgeon was right there that they didn't just take it out. He was right there. It was right there. He was already in there. You just make the incision a little bigger, pull it the fuck out. But he didn't do it. So. No. And now, to get it done now, it's considered a cosmetic surgery now. Which means insurance doesn't cover it. So, $3,000. I'll probably bite the bullet and get it done someday. But $3,000, man. Ugh. We're also going to before we do that, go that route, we're gonna try some of these cold treatments out there. So as I'm approaching 200 and it starts to look really, really, really weird again, like there's an alien popping out my belly, we're gonna try some of the cold treatments because there's treatments out there that could potentially break it down. If you could just break it down so it would stop being one ball like this and start to like break it down so it just kind of melds into the rest, then my body can burn it easier. So we're gonna try that as I get closer and closer, doing some, because those, I mean, they're much cheaper than the $3,000 surgery. So it's like a couple $100 for like 12 cold treatments. I'm gonna see if that's like the next thing, is to see if that'll break it down. But we'll see. Yeah, it's just kind of make it blend in, and then it'll look more natural. And then as I lose weight, it should be able to burn it off easier. How much would you need to get it done? What, to get the surgery done? Oh, dude, I told you it was last estimate was $3,000. I don't actually know how much the surgery is now. I assume it's probably gotten more expensive, the cosmetic surgery. But I might raising donations to get it done. Even though I'm pissed about it, I'll deal with it. We're gonna try those cold treatments once my weight gets down. That the abnormality, it already, as I'm losing weight now, it's already very obvious. Like when I take my shirt off, you go, "Oh, he's fat," but then you just see something really weird. It literally already looks like very strange. And it is a subconscious, like, no matter how much weight you lose, it just looks worse and worse. It's almost like you want to get fatter to make it blend in more. A few weeks of Bama Hut. A few weeks of Bama. Bama Hut's never given that much in a month. I do appreciate Bama, though. He's a good guy. What if I got 1,500? Would you do the other 1,500? If 1,500 just magically showed up, I would make the phone call and see if that's enough for the down payment, and I could pay the rest off with a payment plan. Because when you say 3,000, cosmetic surgeons, they're not always saying that you need to pay it all up front. Usually it's a down payment, and then they give you time. So I would make the call and the appointment. But yeah. Anyways. All right, let's get back to games, man. Enough about me. I know it's my live stream, so it becoming about me is kind of, I guess, par for the course. But let's talk about games, man. How long till the direct? We got about 36 minutes. 36 minutes to go. just Mr. Beast is here because he's 89,700. Oh, Mr. Beast. I think we'll get Luigi's Mansion 4. I would love Luigi's Mansion 4 today, man. I would love it. What's up, J Biggs, aka Big JYNC? How's it going, bud? Let me check my phone here. I got some text. Do 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 bam bam ba-dum dun 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum. Yeah. Oh, I think people are texting me because they. I'll check my Discord over here. I'm in this Madden league and like, it's a money league, so it gets quite serious. And this is our final season of it before Madden 24. Then we're in the off season. Well, we're heading into our final season, and everyone wants to trade for my number 11 pick. No, I'm not sure if I'm trading it. Well, yeah, it's the final season, so rookie's not that big a deal. I hope for Yoshi's Island or Super Mario RPG. Both. I would love both. Probably not going to get both, but I would love both. I do anesthesia and see stuff like this all the time. Oh, like the surgeon's just choosing not to, like they could quickly and easily while they're in there, like fully correct something like this and just not care because I'm already fat, right? Like I guarantee the decision was made by the surgeon to not remove the clear and obvious thing that happened because I had a hernia because I'm already fat. Like it's almost like he's already fat. He's not going to notice. He's not going to care. Like, no, I do notice and do care. That thing is how they knew I had a hernia in the first place. And it does have pressure and it does hurt a little bit. It's not a pain I can't handle, but it don't feel good. Like it's not natural. It is stretching my skin. It is putting extra pressure on my core all the time. Like, get it out of here. I hate when surgeons just, there's the clear and obvious right thing to do while you're there, but then you just don't do it. Pisses me off. I've never had it happen to me until now, so I'm really pissed off about it. All right. Over Yoshi's Island or Super Mario RPG. Both. Let's see here. Scroll down. Eric Newton says, I would love to see any kind of news for Metroid Prime 4. I don't need a release date, but it could be great to get any kind of update or news. A lot of people want it, so we'll see what happens. Fantasy Football plays 7 leagues. Biggest is a 12-team Super Flex, 4,500 each. Cheapest is a 12-team, 1,500. I love fantasy. I do fantasy football. But I don't have any that like that's crazy. Those are some. That's 4,500 each, man. Man, the prize to get first place and win the title has got to be. I mean, what? It's a lot. It's like. It's a lot, man. The cheapest one I'm in is a $20 league. The most expensive I'm in is like an $80 per team league. Dude, 45, 50. I'd like to roll in the money you're rolling in Jersey J. Holy shit. I can't afford to be in leagues that big. I've had a bad experience several times. Yeah, it's just it pisses me off, but it's life. Eventually, I'll probably if the cold treatment doesn't work to break it down, eventually I'll bite the bullet. All right. I want 1,000-year door. Yeah, lots of people do, Nick Lerma. Time for an update on Metroid Prime 4. Come on, Nintendo. I mean, technically, last update was we're rebooting development. Saving up to get the black 1 terabyte Series S. Yeah, I'm probably eventually going to upgrade the Series S back here to a Series X. And some of you guys know I used to have a Series X, so but I think I'm going to get that upgrade in. Especially with like Starfield and stuff coming out. I mean, it's going to run fine on S. I haven't had any problem running any of the games on S. But there's part of me that's starting to think now that we're getting more next-gen exclusives that it just might be time, but we'll see. We'll see. Yep, the liquid metal cooled Series X. Yeah, I did a whole live stream liquid metal cooling it. It worked. It worked, man. I know this is Nintendo, but have I tried Genshin? Yes, I have tried Genshin Impact. Something so unmotivated knowing you put all the work and you still have issues that are someone else's fault. Yeah. I honestly think 2 years ago when I was almost under 200, because I hadn't stepped on the scale. I just kind of figured, because I was on the weight loss journey for a few months, and I hadn't stepped on the scale. I knew I was losing weight because of how my clothes were fitting, but I hadn't stepped on the scale. Then I stepped on, saw myself at 207 point whatever, and then I looked in the mirror, and I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like how it was the most disgusted I'd been with my body, and I used to weigh over 300. It is the most disgusted I have ever looked at my own body in my life. When I saw how large that fucking thing was that they didn't take out. Because it just looks grosser the more weight. It just, It literally looks like an alien's growing out the side of it. It's just disgusting. And and you just get this sinking feeling because it's... Would my weight loss journey even stopped back then? I honestly think that day I stepped on the scale and then looked in the mirror was the day I lost motivation back then. I don't know if I would have ever blown back up if I wasn't so disgusted by that. But now I know to expect it when I get back down there. When I get back to almost under 200, I know to expect it. So I'm going to try not to let it be like this. It's going to be don't stop losing weight. Now it's time to seriously consider doing something about it and maybe biting the bullet on the surgery or whatever option I decide to go. But I might even start doing the cold treatments long before then. My mom was trying to talk me into it because she knows I'm losing weight. She was trying to talk me into already starting the cold treatments now before I see myself like that in case the cold treatments work. So if the cold treatments break it down, then I'll never have to see that again. So then I don't, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just, I've never been like super disgusted looking at my body while being fat, but that was like that just ain't right. And it'd be one thing if it was that ain't right, something's wrong with me, I'm getting surgery, versus that ain't right and that shouldn't be there and the surgeon should have already taken care of it. And it wasn't my fault. Heck, my hernia wasn't my fault. I got a hernia because my oldest son speared me with his head. That's what gave me the hernia. Like, he speared me out of nowhere, caught me completely off guard, wasn't flexed or anything, just nailed me, and that's what gave me the hernia in the first place. And I'm not gonna be mad at my kid, a kid being a kid. But it's like, Anyways, I'll probably start getting into the cold treatments here before the end of summer. They're a lot cheaper and more affordable. So, all right, where can I watch the direct? Well, we're gonna have it here live, right here. Oh wait, sorry, I gotta turn off the laptop. We're still on the laptop screen. Laptop. Bam. There we are. Right here. Right now. I don't like the way that Nintendo Direct text is looking, though. Let's fix that. I don't like the way that looks. Something about that just, let's go all caps. Let's do that. I just didn't like the way that looked. That, to me, looks much better. I like that. That looks better. That looks better. See how quickly they can change things? try to set up my stream to be pretty friendly to me to quickly change stuff. Let's see here. 40 minutes of lean Nintendo goodness. No fat in there. There'll be some fat. There'll be some fat in there. There'll be a farming sim. There'll be an indie game that no one cares about somewhere. Like there'll be some fat in there. Have you seen the Gumblor Gimbals leak for SV? I don't even know who that person is, so that's definitely a no. What do you think about the rumors out on Twitter? Which ones? Gotta be specific these days. What? There's rumors on Twitter? What? Where? Why am I seeing something on this screen? It's on Nintendo Prime. What off the radar thing you think could get released? Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Set off the radar. I think that's pretty off the radar at this point. For Nintendo, anyways. But F-Zero GX is F-Zero GXR, man. That's been rumored for so long. I don't even know if you call it off the radar with how often it's talked about. Like, we haven't talked about, that supposed new Resident Evil game that was being made for Switch in ages. Like, that is so off the radar at this point. That old Dusk Golem rumor. And, like, Dusk Golem has been so legit for so long. It's like, he couldn't have just been completely full of shit, right? Like, something was clearly in the works. Whether or not they canceled it, I mean, that could happen. I just want a new Kid Icarus so bad. Yeah. Even if they go old school side scrolling or they do it Uprising style, they bring Uprising back. Like, yeah, man. What do you reckon for Twilight Princess? I don't think Twilight Princess HD or Wind Waker HD are happening at all until the next platform. Now, I know yesterday I think Player Essence speculated that he thinks the Wind Waker HD could be in this. I don't. Look, if there is a Zelda remaster of any kind in this direct, I will be floored. Because it will completely hit me out of left field. My expectation is nothing new Zelda-wise besides maybe DLC for at least a year. So if there's somehow a Zelda remake in there or an HD like port, I would be shocked, to say the least. For me, that would be out of left field. What do you think are the chances for info on side order? What's side order? Bear Cub Ninja. I'm not sure I know what side order is. Bear Cub Ninja. Revelations 3, but on the real. Could be an RE4 cloud version coming down the pipeline. The cloud. To be fair, the cloud versions of Capcom games have actually been pretty good, but still not how we want games, right? Splatoon DLC. Yeah. Splatoon 3 DLC is a big expectation to see that in this direct. I've seen people talk about that. Splatoon 3 DLC seems like a massive expectation for this direct. Like, we're clearly going to get an update on Splatoon 3 DLC. So that's what side order is. Okay. I didn't know it was called side order. So I would say it's like 100% in this direct. Like, guaranteed. It'll be in this direct. It's in this direct. Cloud versions suck. Now, Nick Lerma, I agree with you in the general premise that most cloud versions of games on Switch suck. But did you play Resident Evil Village Cloud on Switch? If you haven't played it, then I hate to break this news to you. It kind of just works. It kind of just works. You think it shouldn't. You think you should be laughing at it. But it works. It didn't already start. I literally have it loaded on my screen. Yeah. It being live is not it start. People do this all the time. Guys, it started. Look, yes, the stream is up. It still doesn't begin for 21 minutes. They do this every time, guys. This is just them getting people in early. Look, it's them getting the live chat up, getting people in early, getting people to, get notifications sent out. It hasn't actually started. This is the same thing like when I start my streams and there's a 10-minute timer and you always have someone in the chat. Doesn't start for 10 minutes. What's wrong with this guy? Because the way notifications work on YouTube, you gotta go live early. You gotta let there be some time before you appear on screen. Because if you just come on screen right away, there'll be like 30 people here. And if you wait 10 minutes, you wait 20 minutes, there'll be hundreds of people here. Because that's how notifications work on YouTube. So they're not, yes, technically the Nintendo Direct stream is live and it's not starting. Been down this road. Let's see here. I'm not subscribed to Nintendo. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, it's like I'm not even signed in. Weird. You're not subscribed. Oh my god, I'm not even signed in. Come on. Why aren't you signed in? I don't need. YouTube is actually more intensive when you're signed in than when you're not. When it comes to live streaming it. So I am signed out to create a better experience for you guys. I'm obviously subscribed. I'm one of Nintendo's 9 million subscribers. Absolutely. But yeah, it's just because I'm streaming it to you guys, and I've discovered over time not being logged in somehow makes the stream run smooth. I don't really understand it. I don't get it. Beats me. And this is in Safari. We're using Safari for this. Yes, I'm on a Mac. Mac computer. But Safari. You see the same 20 videos when you're signed in. Well, I'm signed in on my laptop here. Let's see. On the laptop, what videos am I seeing? Well, I see the Nintendo of America. Here. Don't believe me. People be like, you're just lying. See, you're not subscribed. You never proved it. Prove you're subscribed. All right. Well, here's me logged in. See, here's the Nintendo Prime logo. See, this is me. This is me. See, I'm logged in. First thing that pops up my home screen, the Nintendo Direct. Am I subscribed? Oh, look, subscribed. And the bells hit. Anyways, my homepage is going to be up. I even have the Nintendo AU one popping up. I got some Philip DeFranco stuff. Gamer Nexus. I don't know why there's no video here. That's weird. That happens. I'm probably zoomed in. Oh, yeah, I'm zoomed in. So when you zoom in, that messes things up. Shorts. Then you see streams like beat 'em ups and everything. If I go to my subscription feed, it's probably a bunch of Nintendo Direct streams right now. Let's see. Nintendo Direct AU, Nintendo Direct UK, beat 'em ups, Nintendo Talk, Nintendo Direct, Nintendo of America, Nintendo of Japan, Andres Restart live stream reacting before he moves today, Around the Clock live stream reacting, Game Explain. It's all direct. Look at all these direct. Obi-Wan, Switch Force, Commonwealth Realm, Ruffled Rowlet, Player Essence, IGN. Player Essence at 725. Good for him, man. Another IGN one with 5K. Then we get into sports and PlayStation and other stuff that I'm subscribed to that aren't live right now. But look at Switch Force at almost 1,000. Good on those guys. Dude, they're crushing my numbers right now. Good for them. Good on them. Anyways, no shade, no hate. Oh, I'm gonna go back and turn off the laptop part first. Blah blah blah. All right. No shade, no hate. They got lots of people watching. Yeah, 724. Yeah, dude. Player Essence killing it, man. His live streams, all his streams, man. He averages like 300-400 every stream, and then obviously he's going to do bigger than that. I've been barely cracking like 100 on my stream, so technically we're doing all right. Now prove it's not fake. Yeah, I exploded past player essence. But that doesn't make more people watch lives. I don't really know how you get more people to watch live streams. No beer today. Nate, do you still have a possible Tomodachi life on Switch announcement? Are those chances dead at this point? Dead as a doornail, man. You know what I haven't done? I haven't actually shared my live stream today. Let me go share my stream. Whoops. What? Share a stream? I haven't shared it on Discord. We might get an extra 10 viewers. Okay. You know, look out now. We might get 10. Let me grab the URL here. I'm really bad about this sometimes, just sharing my stream, but since the direct's beginning here soon, it just makes sense. Come watch today's Nintendo Direct with me here. Bam. Bam. There we go. I sent out a tweet. And let's put it in our Discord server. Is anyone going to care on our Discord server? I don't know. But we're going to put it in there anyways. Hey, everyone. Come watch today's Nintendo Direct with me here. Bam! Our Discord server is not very active anymore. It's sad. We lost all the activity from the Zelda days. You know what? I'm disappointed in Bama Hut. That's who I'm gonna say I'm disappointed in right now. Bama Hut. Calling you out if you're paying attention. I see on Discord you're playing World of Warcraft right now instead of watching my stream with a Nintendo Direct. I don't care if you're in a guild. I don't care if you have a raid right now. Priorities. Nintendo Direct. Do what you want. I like poke fun at him, but he's a good guy. Priorities. Busted. He's playing World of Warcraft instead of watching Direct. Come on. That's all right, dude. I play World of Warcraft sometimes too. I don't do raids and stuff anymore, but it's funny when it's like, hey, Nintendo Directs only happen like 3 times a year. You cancel your raid. Direct only. Those are not Nano Leaf panels, but for all intents and purposes, sure. They're cheap knockoffs, but they get the job done. A little finicky, a lot more finicky than actual Nano Leafs, but they work. And I got 2 sets, right? I got that set there. Actually, I think this is 4. I think it's 4 sets combined. He has time. I suppose he's got 13 minutes, right? Play. I don't like EQ2 and I don't like DAOC. I don't like them. I've tried them, don't like them. Trust me, I've tried a ton of MMOs. WoW's the only one that's still kind of just kind of works for me. You like my beard? It's okay. It's an okay beard. I'll give you. It's all right. It's looked worse. Because there's no flaky Nanoleaf is. Yeah. Nanoleaf isn't perfect either, but when Nanoleaf works, it's great. These are weird. Sometimes I have to go punch them for them to turn on. Like literally, boom. It reminds me of like when I used to have one of those old tube TVs when I was a kid in my room. That it was a color TV that I got from my grandma at a garage sale. But like the color, it would be black and white unless I smacked the side of the TV, and I mean like punch the hell. I don't know how the TVs worked. Didn't care. I just would smack the side and suddenly I'd have color on my TV. So it reminds me of that. Like, oh man, the panel's not working. Or, oh man, the panel's glitching out. Smash. Oh, now it's working. Like literally, I smacked it today. I smacked that one right there. So you have like the line here, the first one right there, that one. I smacked that one today because it wasn't working, and now it works. I don't get it. I'm just being, and they never like, I never turn them off, right? Like they are such low power draw that I just don't turn them off, right? So they're always on. Like the TV will be off, the studio lights, computers, it'll all be shut down, but these always stay on. They're just on all the time because the power draw is so low. But dude, when I come in here and they're just like glitching or not working, and I'm like, damn it. Smack, smack, smack. Oh, now you're working. Let's see here. Tip from an idiot: don't go to Gerudo Town first. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to the Gerudo area in Tears of the Kingdom yet. I'm working my way. I'm down by Lorelei Village at the moment, about to do some pirate goodness. Are you going to get an N64 controller now that it's in stock? I might get 2 of them. We'll see. After playing GoldenEye, even fixing the controls, I might get a couple of them. Not right this second, but if they're still in stock when I get paid, I might get a couple. Just to have them for the rare time Eric and I want to play some GoldenEye. I mean, maybe it'd be good in Mario Kart 8 too. I can't imagine, because in Mario Kart, I only really use, let me see, I steer, so I have a control stick, obviously accelerate, brake, fire items, and then obviously the, yeah, I think the N64 controller could probably work pretty good in Mario Kart. So, we'll see. Don't get 2 N64 controllers. It's a disappointing experience. Why? The only way 2 N64 controllers would be disappointing is if I can't use them both at the same time. But why would I be able to? They're wireless controllers. I'm confused. That shouldn't matter. Heck, it is out of stock in America. Yeah, it happens. But we'll see what the stock says when I get paid. Sidon, bro, you're like family. You're so freaking useless. Poor Sidon, man. Can we not insult Sidon today? Poor Sidon. Oh, man. My little brother is saving up for a Nintendo steering wheel. I'm going to help him a bit. All right. Yeah. We're ETA 7 minutes, basically. We'll switch over before our countdown timer even hits 0. So it's been so long, and it has come back in stock, Jersey J. It has come back in stock in the U.S. several times, but it's not in stock usually for very long. Dude, Birdman, I want Pikmin 4 to be the opening. Pikmin 4 should be the opening. They opened the last direct with it, so I get opening 2 straight directs with it's a little weird. But also, Pikmin 4 is the one game they said would be here, right? They said, hey, games second half, primarily games on the second half of this year for Nintendo Switch, and new information on Pikmin 4. So just get the Pikmin 4 stuff out of the way right away. Because if they don't, the longer it takes them to get to Pikmin 4, the more it'll feel like they're ending the direct with Pikmin 4, which wouldn't be the most exciting way to end a direct. So start it. I would like to see them start with it. Just get that 5-minute, 10-minute segment out of the way, however long it's going to be. 7 minutes to go, Paul. 7 minutes to go. Let's go. You guys getting hyped? We've been waiting since February for this, guys. That's the last time we had a general direct was February. It's been 4 months, baby. 4 long months. Let's go. The hype is building. We gotta change the music. This music's not hype enough. Sorry. I know Ocarina of Time music. Not hype enough. No, it's not. Not when I can drop. Well, you guys know I like this one a lot. Now this to me is hype music. The moon, baby. But we gotta go with something more mainstream. Unfortunately, the moon theme from DuckTales is not mainstream enough. We got to go more mainstream to build hype. We need to go all the way. So first on Mr. Flick for $5 says, let's say Nintendo brings back backwards compatibility. Would you be okay if the Switch games are backwards compatible but digital only? No. Because that means your physical games aren't backwards compatible, and that's not good. But as much as the moon theme rocks, as much as it rocks, we got to go a bit more mainstream. We're a Nintendo channel. So let's do hype correctly. Do you guys feel it?
Do you feel it?
Are you guys ready?
I love this remix, man. It is the hypest Kirby track you'll ever hear. That's right, we're foreshadowing. We're trying to
Cultivate the Kirby, baby. Bring it on.
All right. So we tried a little seance for Kirby, but now Mario's got to come in. Come on. We need Mario. Come on.
Here we go, on the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could see my hat is off to you. Oh, we could sail all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump
right, guys. All right, it's time. Any moment now. Any moment now. Here we go. It's time. We did our best. We tried to call on the Kirby. We tried to call on Mario. Threw a little bit of DuckTales Moon in there. You never know. Maybe a new DuckTales game. Let's go. Come on. Come on. There it is. All right. I had to make sure we're still alive. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Volume is maxed out for the direct. I can't go any louder, I don't think. I'll just double check. Yep, it's maxed out. Pokemon! I was told that they don't do Scarlet and Violet update. They don't do Pokemon updates in directs anymore. Pokemon! Right out the gate. DLC. Pokemon DLC, let's go. Hidden treasure. All right. What we all want to see. Performance patch. The DLC might look great, but performance patch. Come on. The teal mask. Yep, the goofy hair stuff. Yep, new hairstyles. More RAM to download. That's funny. Oh, okay, we got some celebration stuff. Snorlax, dude. Yeah. Nice. Blueberry Academy. The Indigo Disc, Part 2. Didn't introduce myself, did I? I'm Lacey. Oh, we got some Tetris in the middle of Pokemon? This will be a baller. It's been 3 minutes, by the way, Chris, not that long. This would be a baller announcement if they also end it with performance patch. They won't. They won't even mention it, but it would be a baller announcement if they did. Available for purchase now. Fall 2023 and winter 2020, so both this year.
Hello everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi, and I'll also be joining today.
That was the latest trailer for the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, the paid DLC for the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games. The first half of the trailer took place at a festival in the countryside.
While the second half seemed to be in a completely different location, a futuristic academy in the middle of the ocean. More details on this DLC will be available in the future.
And after today's Nintendo Direct, a special event will be held in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We hope you'll participate in it.
Is it going to work?
Okay.
Why do I even have to question, is it going to work? They've had so many issues with their events. Is it actually going to work?
It's a supersonic squad of superstars.
Okay, so Sonic Superstars. Okay.
Sonic and friends are spin dashing into a brand new 2D side-scrolling game, Sonic
Game looks good, by the way.
Superstars. 12 brand new zones away.
Sonic Superstars looks good.
Speed through beautiful worlds as Sonic. Take to the skies as Tails. Scale walls and glide as Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Or swing a powerful hammer
Amy.
as Amy Rose.
This game is great.
By harnessing the incredible power of the Chaos Emeralds, you can summon a storm of clones.
Why not?
Uncover hidden
After
secrets,
Smash, nothing surprises me.
and
It's
so
like a Final
much
Smash
more.
move.
And for the first time in the series,
What's up, Knockfox?
local co-op is available for
My
up to
stream's
4
not
players.
240p, and that stream's not 240p either. It's 1080. Refresh your thing.
Combine your powers
That's on you,
and
man.
take on the evil
See?
Dr. Eggman. When Sonic Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch
1080,
system
where
this
I'm streaming in
fall.
1080. So. Wow.
A cozy life is just around the corner. Welcome to Palia.
There it is,
In this
Singularity
free-to-play
6.
adventure sim. Create the idyllic life of your dreams alongside in-game characters and players from all over the world. Build houses, decorate your home plot, grow crops in your garden, and more.
Have that farming
Play
sims,
with
guys.
other residents in online co-op or carve out your blissful life solo. And if you're eager to explore, there's plenty of life beyond the village. Set off on a vast journey to uncover Palia's many mysteries. Or just kick back and relax at home. How you live is entirely up to you.
They're very popular.
What kind of coziness will you choose?
People always are like, why are they always farming?
Palia
They're
is free-to-play
extremely
and launches
popular.
on Nintendo
Like,
Switch this
massively
holiday.
popular games. It's a huge genre.
Ignite your heart.
Persona.
The
Okay, Persona
Phantom
5
Thieves
Tactica,
return
okay.
in this
Come on, give us the
tactical
Persona
spin-off
3
of
announcement.
Persona 5.
Give us the
When the
Persona.
group
See,
ends up
we already
in
knew
an
this was coming to
unfamiliar
Switch.
world, they
Give me the
must join
Persona 3.
forces with a revolutionary named
Yeah, that's on
Arena
your
to
end,
combat
Knockfox,
the
yeah.
armies that have taken
Not much I can do
control.
about your internet connection.
During battle, assess the situation and determine whether to unleash an attack up close
Come on, Persona 3.
from afar or using a persona. Knock enemies down to perform another action called One More. Then surround your foes and take them out with dramatic flair using the new all-out attack, Triple Threat. The fusion ability from the Persona series returns, allowing you to combine personas to form other ones. What is Arena's true objective? And what truths lie hidden in this strange world?
Yeah, Persona 5 Tactica looks
Revolutionary
good.
tale will ignite when
Now give us the Persona
5
3 reload
Tactica
announcement.
launches
Come
on
on.
Nintendo Switch, November 17th.
Come on.
Pre-orders for the physical version
November
of the game
17th?
begin today.
Nice.
Please check your local retailers. Step into a Saturday morning
No Persona 3.
cartoon.
Oh, man.
Calling all heroes for the first-person roguelike adventure, Myth Force.
Myth
Enter a
Force.
high fantasy world inspired by Saturday morning cartoons of the past. It's up to you
No
to stop
Persona
the
3
evil
announcement.
Daedalus from taking over, but it won't be easy.
All right,
Treacherous
all right.
tombs and
Hey, we're not
cryptic
getting that one.
castles threaten your survival. Wield medieval weapons and legendary magic to smite hordes of monsters. During each run, you can find treasure to help boost your character's abilities, weapons, and more.
This actually looks kind of
Plus,
neat.
Up to 4 brave heroes can share the
You need an
adventure
online
in
membership because it's
co-op.
online. Yep.
Drop in and out at any time as you face the many perils ahead. By the power of teamwork. Myth Force launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year.
I mean, it looks interesting.
This Splatfest
There you go.
is going to be
Ooh.
pretty sweet.
Why are we talking about a Splatfest? Wait a second. What's so special about a Splatfest? It's got to be in a direct. Okay.
The next Splatfest for the Splatoon 3 game has been confirmed. Okay, Squids, here's the theme. Which
Vanilla,
flavor of ice
strawberry,
cream is
mint.
best? Vanilla, strawberry,
Mint chip,
or
come on.
mint chip.
Mint chip.
This Splatfest will be held during the
Team
dates
mint
shown
chip.
on screen.
Team Mint Chip. Come on. Who's with me?
These choices are
It's Team Mint Chip.
delicious. Guide
Between
your
those three
favorite
options, it's
flavor
Mint
to
Chip all the way.
victory.
Come on. Who's joining me to play the Splatfest?
Get
Team Mint
splatting
Chip.
in themed battles with challenges.
Come on.
More Splattastic events are
Team
on
Mint
the way.
Chip.
Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
More Pokemon?
To promote an even stronger bond between the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City, I hereby proclaim this day the start of Pokemon Friendship Week.
Detective Pikachu? Detective Pikachu?
You two are the ideal detective duo. Disguises are a key part of
They
detective
actually
work.
did it.
Goofing off and investigating.
Detective Pikachu.
So much for my coffee.
It wasn't
Something tells
canceled.
me
They actually did
This
it.
is just the beginning.
Yes.
A light roast today, huh?
This isn't a Pokemon Presents. What's happening? This is supposed to be a Pokemon Presents announcement. Let's go.
There is something the two of you must know.
You too. Based on our deductions, the culprit is clear, isn't it? A bolt of brilliance. The name's Pikachu, and I'm what you might call a great detective.
Detective Pikachu returns
I
October
sure wish
6th.
somebody would bring me some coffee.
Yeah, I'm getting that day one. Let's go.
That was Detective Pikachu Returns.
Let's go.
Looks like he still loves coffee.
What cases will Tim and this tough-talking Pikachu solve together? More info will be revealed in the future. Next, please take a look at this.
Please take a look at this. No! They did it! They did it! Let's go! Oh, this looks so good! This looks so good! Let's go! Yes! Gino! Yep, there you go. All the Square Enix characters are in. Let's go. Hell yeah. They actually did it. Yeah, this is day one. I haven't played this game since it came out, so. Hell yeah. Gino gets added to Mario Kart 8 now. That'd be crazy. Yes. When does it come out? Is this their holiday game? 11/17. Is this their holiday
Originally
game?
released on Super NES, Super
That's
Mario RPG Returns.
That's risky to
Brand
make that
new
your holiday
graphics.
game.
Whether you played the original
But damn,
game or
am I
not,
happy.
why not take the opportunity to jump into the very first RPG?
I am
in the
happy
Mario
it's back.
series?
It's gotta be
Mr.
60.
Koizumi, that last trailer featured Mario, but he's not the only one getting a game.
Huh? What do you mean?
Let's take a peek.
Peach?
That's right. Princess Peach will star as the main character in a brand new game. when she steps on this particular spot on stage.
What is...
Whoa. What on earth is happening?
That's all we'll show for now. We'll share more details at a later date.
No!
Mr.
That's not
Koizumi,
this year. It's 2024.
There's actually something else.
That's gotta be a 2024 game. Wait, there's something else. Luigi's Mansion 4! Luigi's
A
Mansion
visually
4!
enhanced version of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon,
Wait,
originally
Dark
released
Moon.
on Nintendo 3DS, is in development.
We hope you look forward to seeing more
Yes!
of Luigi's
Dark Moon!
ghostly antics.
Dark Moon! They're bringing Dark Moon back in HD! Let's go!
Both games will launch next year.
Next year, yeah.
Mario, Princess Peach, and
Let's
Luigi.
go!
Looks like Mario fans have a lot of games to look forward to.
More details will be shared in the future. All right, let's
Dark
see
Moon
some more
HD, let's do
headlines.
it.
Become Gotham City's
Batman,
ultimate protector.
Wake up, Mr. Wayne.
Oh,
We have
getting the
much to
collection?
discuss. I want you to know the fear that is coming. This is the beginning
Yeah,
of the
we're getting the
end
collection.
for you, Dark Knight.
The collection, okay.
You're all going down. You still know how to make an entrance.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Yeah, collection's coming to Switch. Yeah.
Today is the Joker's big homecoming, and you're the guest of honor.
Soon I will command forces beyond your comprehension. I've waited long enough. Batman dies tonight.
This place is dangerous. I like it. Gotham would be ours.
Over my dead body.
I believe that was the
This is
idea.
good. This is a good trilogy. It's nice to see it finally coming to Switch.
Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here.
Batman Arkham Trilogy launches on Nintendo Switch this fall.
Nice. Nice.
Play your cards right, mercenary. Lead your mercenaries through cursed dungeons in the lands of Gloomhaven. Your tactical prowess is all that stands between riches and certain death. This adaptation of the hit board game features turn-based card battles with RPG elements. Unleash deadly combos and bring doom upon your foes.
Dude, we're getting a new Peach game.
Exhaustion is
Brand new,
close at
all new,
hand.
not like a remake, remaster. A brand new
17
Peach game
different mercenaries,
coming out next
brave
year.
over
A
260
Dark Moon
grueling missions, and master over
HD.
1,000
They're bringing back Luigi's
abilities.
Mansion Dark Moon, the first one, but
Hone your
HD in it
deck,
for
set
next
up
year.
synergies, and gain every advantage
And we
to
got
survive.
Super Mario RPG,
Grit your teeth and
like
earn your
remastered,
keep
remade,
when
whatever.
Gloomhaven launches on the Nintendo Switch system September 18th. Pre-orders
This
for
has been
the
a pretty good
Mercenaries
Direct so
and
far. It's
Gold
been
editions begin today on
almost
Nintendo
better than I
eShop.
thought it would be Direct at this point.
Keep the dance party going.
I just realized something. As Just Dance 2024 comes in, I just realized something. We're not even halfway through the Direct. It's been 18 minutes. We're not even halfway through the Direct. Here we go. This is how I'll get back in shape, guys. 2024. Just Dance 2024. I do like to dance, right? Let's go. Is it a code in the box? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Available October 24th. I just want to dance with somebody. Whitney Houston's in there.
Silent hope lies in a world without words. One day, a once peaceful realm was silenced by its king. Now, 7 wordless warriors will rise. In this action RPG, these heroes bound by fate must work together to explore the abyss and find the secluded king. However, with its ever-changing dungeons and powerful foes, conquering the abyss will be no easy feat. Wield weapons like swords, bows, magic, and more to survive this deadly chasm. After you return to base,
yeah, dude, that Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon thing caught me off guard. There's no way I thought they were bringing that to Switch in HD. And now they're doing it, man.
Forays into the abyss will enable you to grow stronger
next year
and dive deeper.
Can you hear me?
And that Peach game, dude. Where'd that Peach game come from, man?
Encased in a crystal.
I mean, it was just a tease, so we haven't really seen much gameplay. But
her voice reverberates in the heart.
And was she transforming into Rosalina?
Why did the king steal the world's words? And
Just
what awaits the warriors in the depths of the abyss? Silent Hope dives onto Nintendo Switch October 3rd.
Look at that.
Sparks will fly in these Nintendo Switch games.
Okay, highlight reel.
Cast spells and cultivate your best life in Fae Farm.
Fae Farm, yeah. There's another.
Make use of magic to complete tasks and fend off mischievous foes. Enrich your farm to help your character flourish. Decorate your space to improve your stats for the day ahead. And enchant your friends locally or online in 4-player co-op. Fae Farm launches as a console exclusive on Nintendo Switch.
I didn't know it was
September
console
8th.
exclusive.
Pre-orders including an in-game bonus.
Oh, I didn't know this was a
now
console
on
exclusive.
Nintendo eShop.
To Switch.
Zoom into wild racing action with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged.
There you go.
Choose from over 130 vehicles and pull off outrageous stunts to avoid obstacles, find shortcuts, and knock your rivals out of the way. Unleash your creativity by modifying your vehicles and building your own tracks. Race locally with friends in split-screen co-op. Plus, up to 12 players can hit the track online. Grab the wheel when this game speeds onto the Nintendo Switch system October 19th.
Yeah.
Get your chassis looking classy in Manic Mechanics. Grab a part, fix it up, and toss it over. Repair vehicles quickly to earn points in solo
So
play
it's the
or
mechanic
4-player
version
co-op. But watch out
of
for
Overcooked.
treacherous pits, pesky UFOs,
It's the
and other
mechanic
workplace
version
hazards. Manic Mechanics
of
launches
Overcooked.
first for consoles on Nintendo Switch July 13th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
It's the mechanic
Introducing
version.
the second
Sparks of Hope
paid
DLC
for Mario plus Rabbids.
Here we go.
Sparks of Hope.
Yeah, last of the
Mario
Spark
and
Hunter,
friends
baby.
Journey to a musical planet.
Musical
Filled
planet.
with new areas to explore and new enemies to battle.
It's a musical planet. That makes me so happy.
What else will they find in this world of melodies?
Yes!
This new DLC, The Last Spark Hunter, launches later today.
It's a musical planet. That makes me so.
A demo
That makes
of
me
the
so
main
happy.
game is available now on Nintendo eShop.
It's a good game, guys. Dude, I can't wait. They're adding the musical planet. Oh, that makes me so happy.
You really think you stand a chance against us?
Yeah, the rabid robot King Bomb Bomb thing looks sick. Yeah, dude. I'm excited for this DLC. Like, I thought Tower of Doom was pretty good, but this is like what I wanted, man. A whole new planet. It's a musical planet of that. I thought the musical stuff was some of the best parts of the first game, and now they have a whole planet. Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait.
You're going to have to become a monster wrangler.
Dragon Quest.
One of us. Let's go.
Minsters? Yeah, I don't recognize this. Is this like a brand new offshoot? Dragon Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince. Okay.
The so-called hero is here.
December 1st. All right.
That was
It's an old
Dragon
spin-off?
Quest Monsters, the Dark Prince from
Turn
Square
of,
Enix.
turn of an old spin-off.
What kind of journey will you take to become the master of monster kind? Please be on the lookout for more info in the future.
Next, we have more news on a certain game with plant-like creatures.
Pikmin. Here's the Pikmin segment. Yeah, there you go. Here's your Pikmin segment. I knew this was coming.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps. As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms. There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin. And the adorable rescue pup, Ochi.
What's up, Ochi?
Good boy. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and save any castaways you find. All right, let's explore together. Once plucked, Pikmin are ready for action. Blow your whistle to gather them and have them follow you. Throw your little buds at things and they'll start working for you. Ochi will also prove to be a great canine companion. He can carry items with Pikmin or smash obstacles in your way. And
Nice.
if you need a flotation device, well,
That's right.
there you go.
They show this in the first.
Ochi can even
days.
stand up to the wildest creatures. Collect lots of treasures
Yeah, Game
scattered
Boy
around
SP.
the planet to fix the spaceship's radar and open up new areas to explore.
Nice.
Exploration isn't limited to the surface, though. Why not take the plunge underground? Here, a completely different environment awaits.
Whoa.
Unusual contraptions. Native creatures. And even more treasures are around every corner. You might unexpectedly find some castaways,
Yeah,
too.
Pikmin 2 throwback.
Hey, wait a minute. This leafy individual just nabbed the castaway. You've got to stop him. It's time for a Dandori battle. Embrace the art of Dandori by strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi. Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit to win, and save the castaway.
Oh, okay.
By rescuing castaways, you'll be able to do more activities back at base camp, which is right next to your spaceship. Train Ochi and teach him new skills. Or build new equipment and items to help make exploration more manageable.
Okay, I'm in those rush boots.
For the first time in the Pikmin series, you can eventually set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch. Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert. Thankfully, you'll come across the new Glow Pikmin, which only appear at night.
Glow Pikmin, yeah.
Find luminals that produce valuable glow sap. These mounds also attract various wildlife, so use Glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminals. Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet.
Pikmin 4 looks so good.
But with the Pikmin and
This
Ochi
has the
by your
potential to be the
side,
best one,
no
best Pikmin
challenge
yet,
is
man.
Too big or
Hell
too
yeah.
small. Pikmin 4.
Yes. Potential to be the best Pikmin yet.
Past
Let's
Pikmin
go.
games, you had to return to your
I already
spaceship
pre-bought
before
the game,
sundown.
so let's do it.
However, in this latest entry, you can now venture out at night.
This is
We hope you
sick.
can lead the Pikmin on your expedition.
We have even more Pikmin news to share.
Pikmin 1 and 2?
HD versions of the first two Pikmin games, originally released
Okay, that
on
Pyro
Nintendo
guy nailed
GameCube,
it.
will launch on Nintendo eShop
He basically-
later today.
Plus, ahead of the game's release, a demo of Pikmin 4 will be available on
So
Nintendo
if they
eShop
end with
on
2D
June
Mario, that
28th.
Pyro guy on Twitter nailed
The
everything.
demo can be enjoyed even if you've never
demo
played
today.
a game in the Pikmin series before, so we hope you'll try it out when it releases.
Let's go.
Okay, let's see a few more headlines.
They're going to end with 2D Mario then. Oh, this is great.
The renowned series of stealth action games is infiltrating Nintendo Switch as Metal Gear Solid
There it is.
Master
We
Collection
got the Master
Volume
Collection.
1. This compilation includes Metal Gear Solid, infiltrate and regain control of Shadow Moses Island. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, locate and retrieve a deadly amphibious weapon. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, survive the jungle and confront your former mentor. You can also enjoy the games that started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake, as well as the NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. This compilation also contains the first Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel and its sequel. Additional content includes screenplay books and master books with story and character info, strategy guides for each game, and a digital soundtrack. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. The first 3 Metal Gear Solid games will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop.
You can buy them individually too. Nice.
It's time to survive. Steel Thyself, Vampire Survivors is coming to Nintendo Switch. Do you have what it takes to survive a 30-minute onslaught of monsters? Stay on the move to avoid enemies and attack automatically with your weapons. Seems easy at first, right? But swarms of increasingly stronger monsters will appear the longer you survive. By getting treasure chests from defeated enemies, or by leveling up, you'll acquire weapons and upgrades for your character, so shape them as you see fit. Plus, up to 4 players can now play together in couch co-op. What other horrors lie in store? Find out when Vampire Survivors launches on the Nintendo Switch system, August 17th. Music and pigeons? Sounds pretty cool.
They went for
You're
the
a pigeon.
pun.
Yeah, you heard that right.
They went for the pun.
Play online in this rhythm battle royale and aim to be the last bird standing. Up to 30 players can ruffle each other's feathers in musical minigames. Copy the leader's actions perfectly in Yes, Commander. Fire a slingshot to play music in First Piano Shooter. Race and fly to the rhythm in To the Sky, and more. With over 20 minigames, you're in for an impeccably good time. Get ready to shake those pigeon tails when Headbangers Rhythm Royale bops its
Looks
way onto
fun.
Nintendo Switch.
It looks like a fun
October
game.
31st.
It does look like a fun game.
Ready, set,
You know what I'm also noticing?
yo!
No, everybody's 1-2 switch
Penny
in
is
the
on the
direct so
run,
far.
entangled in a chaotic audition that veered way off
They
script.
legitimately are
She's
just
managed
not
to
really
make some
marketing the game. They
powerful
released a
enemies
video in
and a
Nintendo
newly
Japan.
Animated friend.
They're just
In this
legitimately not
3D
marketing the game. It's
platforming
great.
adventure from the team behind Sonic Mania. You'll explore the bright and colorful world of Macaroon and help Penny and Yo-Yo escape the clutches of the grouchy
Yeah,
Emperor
it's looking
Eddie.
like there probably will be
Perform
Zelda DLC in
stylish
this direct.
acrobatic
Doesn't mean we
tricks to
won't get
avoid
it.
Eddie's
Could be announced in
massive
September.
horde of pushy penguins. And power up Yo-Yo to protect Penny from foul play. You can also put your speedrunning skills to the test in time attack mode to unlock special items, complete secret stages, and more. This is your big break, after all. Take the stage when Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch early next year.
Yeah, Sonic Mania devs.
Rev up
Here you
for
go.
Wave 5.
Booster Course Pass.
A brand new course is racing into Wave 5 of the
Oh.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. Introducing
Squeaky Clean Sprint.
Squeaky Clean Sprint.
Oh, this looks sick.
More characters are also being added. From
PD
Mario
Piranha.
Kart Double Dash, PD Piranha.
Hell yeah.
From
Wiggler.
Mario Kart 7, Wiggler.
Wiggler. Let's go.
And from Mario Kart
Come
Tour,
back.
Kamek.
Dude, 3 new? Come back, let's go.
Wave 5 of the Mario
that course
Kart 8
looks
Deluxe
good.
Booster Course Pass DLC
Now.
for the Mario Kart
Available
8
now.
Deluxe game zooms onto Nintendo
Ugh.
Switch this summer.
How do they not have a...
Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC
I
at
don't know
no
how-
additional cost.
how do they not have a
The
release date
DLC
yet?
can also be purchased on its own.
It's just this summer. Oh.
2 worlds.
Dude, that new course
fateful
looks sick.
encounter. A remake of the second Star Ocean game, complete with new graphics that fuse 2D and 3D,
Yes.
is on the way. After
Yes.
a mission goes wrong, Federation Officer Claude is stranded
Star
on an
Ocean,
undeveloped
man.
planet. There, he meets Reyna, who possesses mystical powers. Was it fate or mere coincidence?
This looks good.
Soon after, the two get entangled in a sinister plot within
Star
the
Ocean
galaxy.
is so good.
In this science fantasy RPG, select either Claude or Reyna as your hero and play through the story from their perspective. You'll also meet over a dozen potential allies from all walks of life.
I know
During
people
your
see this, they're gonna
adventure,
think,
the hero
give me
you
Chrono
chose
Trigger,
and
like,
the
just like
decisions
this.
you
This looks
make will have
great.
an impact
Yeah,
on
this
who
is
can be recruited to your
awesome.
cause.
The enemy, is it?
Battles take place in real time, and skills can be performed with a single button. New combat features in this remake include stunning enemies with chain attacks.
It's so good.
And having allies not in your current party unleash follow-up attacks, letting you map out strategic battles in your favor. As you search for
Maybe
a way
Metroid
home,
4 is gonna end the
an
show?
ancient
Metroid Prime
prophecy
4?
will unfold, and your destiny will
Skillosophy?
be awakened. Save the planet in Star Ocean: The Second Story R, launching on Nintendo Switch November 2nd.
Looks good, man. Looks good.
It's time to move it,
Yeah!
Wario style.
Another Wario game.
Get ready for more micro game mayhem in the latest WarioWare game.
Yes.
Hold 2 Joy-Con controllers, then action. Move your body to take on a flurry of lightning-fast micro games. What you do and how you move depends on the micro game. React quickly with the right movement, and you'll be on the road to victory.
Excellent!
If you've got 2 pairs of controllers, play with a friend in local co-op. Sync up your actions to beat each micro game. Plus, up to 4 players.
I know,
can
a
link
Wario
up
Land
across
game would be
various
sweet, but-
mini-games in party mode.
The
For
WarioWare
example,
games
this
are
dicey
pretty
board
good.
game is gonna keep you
I
on your
can't
toes.
lie, man. The WarioWare games, it's always like a little party mini game thing, but it's
Get
they're
your
so
body
good.
moving
And they're
in
so
over
funky.
200
It's so
lightning-fast micro games.
it's so Japanese.
In WarioWare,
Yeah,
move
they're
it.
just good.
Launching on the Nintendo Switch system November 3rd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Look, they're allowing
Why
Nintendo
aren't you
employees to
saying
have fun
anything?
again.
He was so into it, I didn't want to interrupt. Anyway, this is the latest WarioWare game. You'll use your entire body to strike different poses.
Dude, they're
and
letting
complete
employees have fun
microgames.
again. What's up with
We have a
Nintendo?
few more things to share.
A few more. Only 2 minutes.
Families can
Okay.
join the fun
Nintendo
at
Live,
Nintendo
okay.
Live 2023. Play games, enjoy live performances, take photos with some of your favorite characters, and more. Plus, cheer on your favorite players in 2 championships. Eligible attendees can also compete in on-site tournaments and participate in a last chance qualifier. This all-ages celebration is free and will take place September 1st through 4th in Seattle, Washington. Registration for Nintendo Live 2023 ends June 22nd. Head over to
Ooh,
the official
soon.
website and enter
Tomorrow.
the random drawing for a chance to receive
Ends
tickets.
tomorrow.
PAX West badge holders interested in attending can visit the official PAX West website for more details. Those not selected will have another chance to attend with the 3 Challenge Cups this summer. The top 10 players from each will get tickets. Please visit the
Nice.
official website for more details. See you there.
A vast number of players are enjoying their time in Hyrule in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which released last month. Thank you all
DLC?
very much. An amiibo figure of Link from the game was released to coincide with the game's launch.
They're gonna announce amiibo.
New amiibo,
Yo.
Zelda, and Ganondorf.
The Zelda one. The Ganondorf looks like I thought, but the Zelda one.
We hope you're looking forward to them.
Oh, the Zelda one looks so good.
Okay, this next segment will be our last.
It's just an amiibo one, but
Please
the
take a
Zelda
look.
one looks so good. That Zelda one looks great. 2D Mario.
Onward and upward.
Now that's a look. Oh, the music. This music. Oh, this is great. Yeah, that Twitter account got everything right. Dude, this looks fun. What is happening? Oh! All right, this looks great. Buffalo! Sorry, reminder to the casino. Buffalo! Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Okay. Peach. Toad. Daisy. Let's go. Oh, no. Yoshi! Yes. There you go. This is the big seller. When's it coming out? Whoa. Whoa. That is different. October. It's coming out in October. Damn.
Whoa, Zowie! That Goomba looks so sorry. Well then.
There's voice acting? Wait a second. Wait a second.
That was the brand new 2D side-scrolling Mario game.
What just happened?
Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Wonder.
When you touch a Wonder Flower,
It's like imagination.
the ground could start moving, or you might turn into something different, for example.
What was that voice acting?
There were also
When he became an
flowers
elephant.
talking. Daisy is playable. And Mario became an elephant at the end. A lot of things happened.
Yeah, including
We'll share more details
voice
in the
acting
future,
when he
so
became
we
an
hope you'll look
elephant. What
forward to
happened?
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
What is this? Damn. All right. We got to talk. We're going to have a lot to say on tonight's Nintendo Direct, or tonight's podcast. But I'm seeing all your guys' reaction in the chat. It's all over the place. I'm seeing like 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Amazing. Blah, blah, blah. This is the thing about Directs. Okay. You're never going to please everyone, right? Like, you're just not going to please everyone. It's impossible to please everyone. It's literally an impossibility. But I think it was a pretty good Direct. I mean, that one Twitter account was, right on everything. Like, I saw that Peach game. Sorry, I gotta mute this. That Peach game was the new 2D Mario. No. There was an actual new 2D Mario. I mean, think about everything that Twitter account said. It said 2D Mario, right? Yeah, got it. SNES remake teasing Super Mario RPG with the Yoshi thing. Yeah, got it. Doing a late tease today for Pikmin 1 and 2. Yeah, we got Pikmin 1 and 2. Oh, doing the GIF, yesterday or early this morning or whatever with the Detective Pikachu dancing. Yeah, we got Detective Pikachu too. Like, I don't know who this person is. And I know there was that sus stuff about deleted tweets. And maybe they're like Samus Hunter and got all their information from somebody else. But most of this stuff I hadn't seen anywhere else but this Twitter account. So, damn. If they wanted clout and to be proven legit, I mean, that was, wow. I'm trying to process the Direct a little bit, man. We're getting Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon in HD next year. We're getting Super Mario RPG this holiday. We're getting a new 2D Mario this October. We're getting the Batman the Arkham Collection, finally coming over. Oh, man. It's a good Direct, guys. Yeah, there was no Metroid Prime 4. It's been theorized for a while Metroid Prime 4 might be going to next gen. And if that's the case, then that would make sense why we haven't seen it yet. Damn. We have a brand new Peach game coming that we don't know that much about, but it's coming next year. It was a good Direct, guys. Pikmin 4 looks incredible, by the way. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you even like Pikmin. Pikmin 4 looks incredible. Like, it has the potential to be the best Pikmin game ever made. Just based on what they showed today. Has the potential. It's 100% a Nintendo. Like, that was so dead on, man. That Twitter account was so dead on. Like, everything. Like, just 100% everything they said happened. Everything they teased happened. Just everything legitimately was a tease. And it happened. Like, just... Dude. So I guess we'll have to pay attention to that Twitter account moving forward, because holy crap. Why no Tears of the Kingdom DLC? Not ready yet, probably. If they didn't start working on the DLC, it's just not ready yet. There's been some theories about the Tears of the Kingdom DLC, how it might not even be coming this year. And a lot of that had to do with people thinking they might use the DLC to transition to the next platform. So the DLC will definitely come to Switch, but there will be, like, if you also buy the DLC, included with it is a free upgrade to, like, the 4K version of Tears of the Kingdom on the next. Like, that's been a theory people have had for a while. And if the next platform's coming next year, then it would make sense to potentially use that DLC to sort of bridge the game into the new generation. If there is DLC, of course. You got it, The new Amiibo, though, man. What I'm confused about with the Amiibo, since they're releasing them on their own, they're not. I thought they were going to tie the Amiibo to DLC. They didn't do that, right? They're releasing the Ganondorf and Zelda Amiibo that leaked on their own. And that Zelda one looks incredible. Like, look, the Ganondorf one looks cool, too. To be clear, the Ganondorf one looks badass. But it's the official art pose, right? Like, it's the official art pose. It's what you expected the Amiibo to be. It's literally what we all thought the Amiibo would be. We didn't know what the Zelda one was going to be. That Zelda pose, floating in the air, holding the sword, did not expect that to be the Zelda one. So it's weird that it didn't come out with the game. It's not the first time. Breath of the Wild had extra Amiibo after the fact too. So it's not, like, there's no precedent for it. I do think these Amiibo should have been ready at launch, but hey, man, I'll buy them. I'll get them. It's cool. So we did get that. I know I got excited for 1 2, thinking it was going to be DLC. And I was like, oh, it's Amiibo. Okay. I think they got everyone's heart racing a little bit when Tears of the Kingdom popped on the screen, but it's okay. Yeah, I honestly think it was a pretty solid direct. We saw more of, you know, the next Splatfest for Splatoon. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe upcoming wave looks great. I mean, the new course, that new course looked fantastic. Then they're adding those 4 characters. Like it, dude, I would say, as someone who has covered all the directs, all of them, even dating back to my Zelda Informer days, all the directs, and now live reacted to directs for 6 straight years. We've seen some bad directs. This was not a bad direct. We have seen some utterly putrid directs. This was not one of them. This was legitimately at least a solid direct. Now, if you're not a Mario fan, I could see why you might go, this holiday sucks. But if you are a Mario fan, it's pretty good. I think what a lot of it's missing at the moment is obviously people want like the big AAA level Nintendo game. And we don't have that. What this confirms to me, and I'm now full team 2024, Nintendo Switch 2 is next year. They're winding down Switch. This was a wind down Switch direct. Let's get this stuff out there. It's a lot of really solid, really exciting stuff. Early next year, we're probably going to end up with the first half of next year to wind down the rest of Switch. We'll get that Peach game. We'll get Luigi's Mansion HD. We'll get a few more things. But this is a wind down. They're winding down while still giving us some desirable games leading into the next system next year. Switch 2, 2024, probably holiday. This is what this direct kind of solidified to me. And I'm okay with that as long as they got some content. So far, it's a pretty decent, not mind-blowing, but pretty decent content flow. So I'll take it. Now, if you want to go ahead and give me some Star Fox before the end of this generation, that'd be great. But yeah, I honestly thought it was a solid direct. I got no real complaints. It was better than I expected. And that's even considering that everything that person on Twitter said that happened. Like, even if you go, okay, all of that's real. Sure. But there was legitimately like the Peach game. That was a total surprise, the Peach game. So I'm pretty happy with this direct. All around. I would say this was more of a for everyone direct. You know, you get those directs that are highly targeted. You know, like, oh, this direct is specifically really for the more hardcore Zelda audience, or this one is for the more, just niche audience, like going with the Metroid Dreads and the, like going into certain hardcore aspects of the audience. This was definitely hey, here's our for everyone audience games, which ironically everybody's 1-2 Switch wasn't included in that for everyone audience, but you know what I mean? Like it was definitely a for everyone direct. But let's discuss the elephant in the room. You mean the elephant Mario? The elephant Mario? Dude, what caught me off guard wasn't just like, what's elephant Mario? Immediately the characters that were just giving you text boxes before started having voice acting. And I was like, as Elephant Mario, you can hear them talk. Whoa, wait a second. That caught me completely off guard. And the music. The music in that, too. Dude, that music was great. I couldn't stop bopping to it, man. So tired of doing my part to support Metroid, but not enough people are for those who like it. Dude, Metroid's in a good place. What are we talking about? Dread's the best-selling Metroid game of all time. Metroid's in a good place. It's just taking a hell of a long time to complete Metroid Prime 4. Which, by the way, if Metroid Prime 4, if you consider it as a AAA game, well, technically it re-began development in 2019. It's got a long ways to go, man. It re-began development at the beginning of 2019. It's only been 4 years. AAA games take 5, 6, 7 years to make. So, like, it's still not, it's just because it was announced in 2017 that makes, we're so impatient. But technically, if it rebooted in 2019, then it hasn't been in development since 2017. So it still could be a year or two away, You think you could hear the flowers for that? Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the trailer. Obviously, I've only watched it once, so. Every direct's a terrible direct. I think this is the way people view directs. This is the way people view Nintendo and gaming in general. If this direct wasn't aimed at me, it has to be bad. That's generally how people view things. We're very selfish. If this direct didn't get me excited because it didn't give me the games I wanted, bad direct. That is just a general statement. And I think all of us have that bias in some way. This direct didn't give me what I wanted, bad direct. I step back. Outside of the fact that I have a really wide gaming taste, so I enjoy a lot of different stuff. I step back from directs. Because I think there's been bad directs, absolutely. But I step back from them and go, how is the pacing? How many new games were there? How many remakes and remasters at this point? Because that's now a regular thing in the industry. Everyone's doing it. So that's now part of the equation. And how much variety? And did everything look good? Now, does everything have to appeal to me? No. Do they have to have a bunch of games in there for me? No. But you can have a good direct that isn't aimed at me, and I can admit it's still a good direct. The only thing I will say about this is I think it's a good direct. Great? But really good. However, if you were looking for that big AAA holiday title, we didn't really get it. But what we got was a collection of what's probably going to be really good games. And that 2D Mario is going to, it might be a 20 million seller. Can we just be real right now? Super Mario Bros. Wonderful. Or Wonder? Wonderful or Wonder? Just, how does that... I don't know how some news websites don't have the new Mario game up yet. That makes no sense. Wonder. Okay. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. It's going to sell like gangbusters, man. Let's just be realistic. That thing is going to sell and sell. I don't know if it's going to move switches, but it's going to sell like 15, 20 mil. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it does it over the holiday and becomes one of the fastest selling games on Switch. That game is going to sell. And then they said, oh, if that's not your style of Mario, yeah, here's Super Mario RPG coming back this November. Now, I don't think Super Mario RPG is going to do like bonkers numbers, but it was definitely a play for the nostalgic old school core audience of Nintendo. That's what that game, that's a holiday play for that core audience. Is it going to work? I guess we'll see. I guess we're about to see how many Super Mario RPG fans are there really out there. Let's see here. Just looking at some of your guys' comments though. Wonder's art styles, man. Dude, I disagree. I love that art style, man. I was wondering how they were gonna make it look different from like the new Super Mario Bros. Style. I mean, they did it, and I think it looks great. It's uniquely its own. And as an example, Goober1224. I'm not big on 2D Mario, but I'm buying that. Like, see, it's got its appeal. Nova says Mario Wonder looks disappointing. Sure, it's a slightly different style, but it still looks like the new series. It's boring. In the new series, you weren't doing the stretching Mario. You weren't doing the day to night thing. You definitely weren't turning into an elephant. You definitely didn't have whatever is going on at the end of the levels. I have no idea. You didn't have the Buffalo Rush thing. What are we talking about? It just looked like, you mean this is what's frustrating. Yes, a 2D side-scrolling Mario looks like a 2D side-scrolling Mario. What did you expect it to look like? Like, forget the art style, gameplay-wise. It's still a platformer. What? This is like when people complain, you know, the Zelda looks like Zelda. They've already reinvented Mario. It's already happened. That's what happened with the 3D Marios. It's already, there's only so much reinvention you could do with 2D side-scrolling Mario. The funny thing is, when New Super Mario Bros. Came out, the first one, some people said back then, oh, it just looks like Mario Bros. 3. Yeah, of course it does. Like, they already reinvented Mario. So, like, this is old school. I don't know. I like it, so. $2 super chat. I'll get that up on the screen here. From Mason Ripton. Tired of waiting this on to play Wind Waker, dude. I told you not to expect it. I told you. We aren't getting Wind Waker or Twilight Princess this generation. It's not happening. Should have gave up on that, you know, last year. Let's see here. And if you want to play it, go buy a Wii U, man. I know. It's starting to get a little pricey to get Wii U's and get, especially the physical games. It's starting to get kind of pricey. That's what happens with a system that didn't sell very well. Boring how, yeah. Look, here's the thing. It doesn't appeal. It doesn't appeal to that person that commented, and that's fine. Not every game's going to appeal to every person, you know. The Princess Peach game, yep. Which we don't know too much about, but it's nice they teased it. Metroid Prime 4 for the new system. Oh yeah, I'm totally on the whole Metroid Prime 4 is the next gen system. Totally. It looks nothing like the new series. Yeah, I was gonna say, almost every element they showed in that game was nothing from the new Super Mario Bros. Like, I don't understand. So I don't remember. Did the pipes come alive and start to act like snakes in the old? They showed so many new gameplay elements, and they're like, oh, it's like the new series. I don't see it, but what are you gonna do about it? Let's see here. That direct was fire. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. Anyways, guys, let's read this. Ban the trolls. They're not really trolling. They're just giving their opinions. Even Mario's animations and look were way better than the new series. I mean, look, that's gonna be subjective. That's gonna be subjective, obviously. Yeah, I mean, having 4 characters on the screen at once, sure, they weren't gonna get rid of the 4-player multiplayer in Mario. That was never gonna happen. The 8th Arc says, Wonder feels like it should be a new theme in Super Mario Maker 3 when Nintendo. Ooh. I mean, we're not getting another Mario Maker. We're not getting another Mario Maker this generation, but I could see that being a theme we could use for the next generation platform when they release it. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate it. Would have loved Mario Wonder back in my 20s when I was hitting all the hookah shows. Oh, jeez. Palio does look good, but I wonder how many transactions are going to throw at us. No idea. Yeah, Mario Wonder is going to be $60. Easily. It's easily going to be a $60 game. That game's going to sell bonkers. It's going to do so well. Dark and Locks of King of Wolfen's Wolfentry. Reading your username's like a tongue twister in that of itself. So wondered if we get a fall direct and if we will see Star Fox, Kid Icarus, Metroid Prime 4 along with Zelda games. We're going to get a September direct. It's going to happen. Like we get one every September. We're getting a September direct. It'll show us more of the Super Mario RPG and more of Wonder. It'll show us, heck, maybe we see more of the Peach game. They're going to have a fall direct. Absolutely. We're going to get September direct. It's happening. I'm look, we're getting one. Let's just start it right now. First rumor for the next direct. It's happening in September. We're getting one in September. So, let's see here. Sorry if I'm spamming, but I don't know if you did the giveaway email stuff yet or not. No, I haven't emailed people back yet. I've been sick and dealing with stuff. It'll happen. I said I'll email before the end of the month. The only email I'm looking for by the end of this week was the ones that I tagged in the community post. Let's see here. Nintendo's never going to show us Metroid. They're going to show it eventually. It's just not ready. It's just not ready. There were hiring posts for the game, like, a week ago. Like, it's just not ready. Switch 2 at Gamescom. No. Look. Let me. I said now I'm officially Team 2024 because I sort of see the roadmap that Nintendo is setting up. But I mean, it's not impossible. Where's the big AAA holiday game? Oh, it's going to be Mario 3D, but on Switch 2. It's not impossible that they announce it this year. But after that direct, I kind of see a wind down roadmap Nintendo's doing to lead into a new system next year. But we'll see. That's not like we know. We don't know making any hard conclusions on Switch 2 after a direct intended to sell you on games for Switch isn't really going to do anything. So, and Detective Pikachu 2. Look, Detective Pikachu was announced in a tweet back in 2019 by the Pokemon. They announced, hey, Detective Pikachu 2. Like, it's happening. But a lot of us kind of figured, that was before the pandemic. The pandemic happened. Maybe the game got canceled. And here it is. We're getting Detective Pikachu 2, which is cool. Is it the most visually stunning game ever? Well, no. Like, it looks like Pokemon. Pokemon's not really a visual feast outside of, like, Snap. So, looks good. Looks good. That's all that matters to me. Does the game look good? And it looks pretty good. The return is imminent. Anyways, guys. We are going to probably wrap up the stream here. We will be back. There might be a video today, but we will be back tonight for the Nintendo Prime podcast. We got Sunbro Nation coming on. Going to be a good time. And next week we have Andres Restart returns next week. So he'll be back on next week. And so will, for the first time ever, Zach from Switch Force will be on the podcast last week. We got him locked in. Might be some residuals from the direct to talk about. Might be talking more about the roadmap for Nintendo moving forward. Now that we have an idea of what is the rest of this year and now how they might be kicking 2024 into gear. So we might have more Switch 2 and Nintendo full year roadmap coming up next week. So we got him coming on. It's going to be a good time, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hey, we got some amiibos. When do those amiibos come out? Did they give us a release date? I was so like jaw on the floor, I didn't notice if there was a release date for the amiibo. Before I head out, was there a release date? I gotta make sure I get them before they're sold out. Just holiday. Damn. Who knows? Maybe part 1 of the DLC drops this holiday and they announce it in September. Maybe the amiibo are related to DLC and they're going to announce the DLC in September and part 1 drops this holiday. Can't dismiss it. DLC doesn't need a lot of like 6 months of hype. Just saying, they could announce DLC in September, drop it in December, drop it in November, and the amiibo have something to do with the DLC. I'm just. You'd be like, oh, but look, the Champion DLC came, or the Champions amiibo came later, and what was the theme of the story of the Breath of the Wild DLC? The Champions. I'm just saying. There could be a tie there. And they're just trickling the Tears of the Kingdom stuff out. Oh, here's some stuff. Oh, next, here's the deal. And they're just trickling. They're just keeping Tears of the Kingdom mentioned in every direct. Yeah. The amiibos are going to be sold out pre-order wise. Yeah, Best Buy will have pre-orders if they don't already. They'll be up at the end of the day and sold out before the day is out. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being here. It was a lot of fun. That is the 6/20/2023 Nintendo Direct, my pre-show, the live reaction, the initial reaction after the fact. I'm going to have to rewatch some stuff. I got to prep up for the podcast tonight, get us all ready to go for that. Expect the podcast live stream to be posted sometime here in the next couple hours, so you guys can go get your notification set for that for 8 p.m. Central Time tonight. We got Summer Nation coming on. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait, man. It's going to be a fun podcast. Catch you guys later, all right? Bye.